In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Good evening and welcome. It's the Steel Toe evening. Oh, it says morning. My goodness gracious, how the mighty have fallen. It's all over. Forget it. No, never mind. It's fixed. The Steel Toe evening show. What, 200 people here already before we even start? What did I say?
Yep.
What did I say?
Go.
What did I do? What happened?
Oh, no.
Somebody say something.
Did you say something?
Did you? I didn't say anything.
I don't know.
I've been a good boy.
I've heard
all
nothing.
weekend. Took the kids to the Mall of America. Had a great day here cleaning, getting laundry done. Well, oh, and that's right. Adrian finally called, and I suppose you guys want to hear about that. Boy, you know, this is what happens. 2 weeks ago, we have the radio station show. Mm-hmm. The next week, the numbers go back to normal. And we go, oh, shit, no, how do we make this go up? So I organized the whole phone call between Adrian and I made it contentious, and I yelled a lot so that we could get some show topics. Because as Adrian says, anything for a show. He never said that when he wasn't on the receiving end of it.
No.
He never said, oh, anything for a show when it wasn't about him. But you know what? I jest. You know, everyone's expecting us to be a giant trash fest. And honestly, if we would have had the show tonight at 4 o'clock rather than 7, it might have been a trash fest. Oh my God, a hype train already. Jesus, you guys don't want to. You don't want to hear this?
No, it's a Goss hype.
Goss hype. Yep. Okay, I like Goss hype. Fruit Loop subscribing. Who else? John L. Crutches Esquire, Mr. Approachable. Kevin Smith gifting a tier 1 sub. The Cool DJ subscribing. Teriyaki Bukkake Oven with 100 bits. 100 bits from Aaron's Cum Dumpster. 100 bits from DeLorean for Goss Hype. Thank you. Everyone calling this a Goss train. This sounds fun. Teriyaki Bukkake Oven. Good news, bad news. I got your gift you sent me for my MyPillow. Thank you very much. And the bad news is my friend passed away today.
Oh,
Jesus
dude.
Christ. What the fuck does one have to do with the other? Oh, my God.
That's not fun.
Hey, man, I got your MyPillow. I was worried he was going to say, oh, and it's shit, and I hate it. And no, it's wonderful, I guess. But his friend died.
No.
Hey, man, good news, bad news. You know that show you like? Hey, it's coming back on the air. Oh, what's the bad news? My dad has cancer. Those two things don't sound related to one another whatsoever. Long Dong and your girlfriend with 200 bits. Real White Mike with 145. 100 Oz Best Second Mike. By the way, Oz comes back on Thursday. Tuesday.
Not Thursday.
Whereas Oz always calls it Jews Day, which I find very offensive. He should stop calling it Jews Day.
Unless he's a Jew and he's celebrating.
He better not be. I'm just kidding.
He might be celebrating.
That would be wonderful if he was. We'd have all kinds of potato pancakes.
A lot of cash floating around.
A lot of loans. 100 bits from JJ's Blood Alcohol Content. 200 bits from Ricky. I like that name. I am the sex. Aaron, you're a gay slut. Why would Twitch flag that? Why would Twitch flag me being called a... Oh, because you're not supposed to use gay. Okay.
That could sound bad.
Oh, no. Look what Stupid just did. I just spilled a bunch of water. I was so excited to give you guys a good show that I spilled a ton of water, and now April has to clean it up. Rusty Grammar gifting a tier 1 sub. He says, well, isn't that a peach of a hand? Yeah, Rusty Grammar sent us 2 new emotes. Macho Man Randy Savage and Doc Holliday emotes. One of those is available already. They've been approved. The other one they're working on. Get Off My Dick gifting 2 tier 1 subs. 300 bits from Thermodyne Diesel. By the way, I see some of you writing it in the chat. I am rooting for the Bucks tonight. I do hope Tom Brady beats the Saints. Bone Cold just gifted 10 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much. People want to see more of April's tattoo, of course. Rusty Grammar says they're both clear. Macho Man and Doc Holliday. That's a lot of fun. Must be a peach of a hand. First drop the mixer. Now you're soaking it in water. You really don't like new things, do you? No, I'm working on it.
How dare you?
How about an April crying emoji? I like that one. JJ's blood alcohol content with 100 bits. 84% of the way through level 3. You guys are cruising bits and subs. We didn't even ask for this hype train, so thank you. So you're saying the Oz and Adrian show isn't going to be 101's new cash cow. I'll be honest with you. I thought they should have tried it. I thought they should have tried to keep some of my guys, but they didn't, and they all, except for one of them, came here. Where's My Pecker gifting a tier 1 sub? Paying one forward. Thank you for paying it forward. Where's My Pecker gifting... oh, no, I already read that one. You stupid idiot! 93% of the way through level 3.
You're falling apart, man.
3 minutes of... I know, I'm not even going to get to this. Here's what we need to do.
We need a
to
drink.
steady my shooting hand, we're going to pour a alcoholic beverage.
Let's
How does
calm
that
our
sound?
nerves.
We're going to calm down a little here. We're going to pour a little ice. By the way, not paying me to advertise this. This is not an advertisement. Calumet Farm Bourbon. I don't want people to think I'm trash or anything, that I'm pouring Bullet or something. Calumet Farm. Love this sound. Ooh, that's a...
I always thought it was Calumet for some reason.
Whatever it could be.
I'm too
not
fancy.
I'm not married to the damn pronunciation of my Bourbon. All right, where are we at? 95% of the way through level 3. People asking if they missed the drama. No, the audience started a hype train. People are going to yell at me so bad for pouring Coke in this, but...
I'd say once we get through this hype train, we could probably start touching on some drama.
But I'm a bitch. Yeah, we will talk about the drama after this hype train. You guys started a hype train. We didn't ask. Teriyaki Bukkake Oven, 1,000 bits. Dead friend sucks. Hashtag buzzkill. You just keep
Oh, no.
bringing up your dead
This
friend.
poor guy.
100 bits for the whiskey. That's No Name Just Game. Well, you guys should know. You bought it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
No, we really do support. Yeah, I appreciate all the support. We
Yes,
love it.
of course.
If you guys tell me to switch bourbons, I'll do it. Just tell me. Chad Lester, put on a better show. My friends hate me right now. New Boot Goofin, 100 bits. Well, here's the thing your friends need to know.
Well,
During
good.
hype trains, we play to the audience. You guys started the hype train, so now here I am having to do this. We can talk about the Adrian phone call and everything else once you guys get through level 5 of this hype train, or in 4 minutes. Either one.
Yes, so the quicker we get through this, the quicker we touch on it. So
Precisely. See what she does? The manipulative... Oh, I tell you.
I'm getting antsy, too.
Yoko Ono over here. It's probably her fault.
I'm getting raked over the coals slightly this evening.
With a K.
Yes.
Trying to buy t-shirt and hooded sweatshirt, struggling, and get more 2X, you butthole. That's a
Dude.
Teespring thing, man. They resupply on that stuff.
I tried. I went through that thing. I looked for sizes. They don't give you any control over the sizes.
I Am the Sex says, I miss Adrian. He was the best, the most real dude I have ever met. You're not going to like the way this phone call went then.
Oh, I think he's spitting facts.
I think so, too. I think it's as real as cheese, man. Somebody get Sexy Mama a sub. They want me to bring on the drama already. 300 bits from No Name Just Game. We need to know about Adrian. Well, then we need to get through this hype train for God's... Oh!
Through the train.
Was I Am the Sex New Boot Goofin on that comment? Because now he writes LOL.
Makes sense.
400 bits from Klutz Extraordinaire. People complain... Chad Lester wrote... My friends are, I'm embarrassing myself in front of my friends. And then Mr. Approachable writes, just be glad your friends are still alive. Jesus Christ. Jimmer Style with 1,000 bits. Thank you, buddy. 40% of the way through level 4. Trucker AA says, calm down. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I got to play. God damn it, Aaron, you worthless piece of shit.
Calm down. Have some dip.
There we go. Marcus isn't fucking around anymore. He's tired of the bullshit. He wants to get to the drama. 10 subs being gifted. by Marcus. Thank you. Treb fam needs a gifted sub. He says Adrian tuning in right now. That would be fantastic. I'm sure he'll
That's
like
all
what I
right.
have to say.
That's okay.
I'm sure he'll love what I have to say. Blue ZA, actually, he'll probably be very disappointed. 100 bits from Blue ZA. Get off my dick, gifting a tier 1 sub. Jay Hizzo with 100 bits. 17% of the way through level 5 of the hype train. Then we'll get to the juicy gossip. Real White Mike would, you know what? Thursday would be fine for an in-studio visit. Real White Mike. Real White Mike has an unlimited amount of passes because he gave 100 bits in a week or 25,000 or 25,000 bits in a week or 100 gifted subs in a week. He gets to come visit the show whenever he wants. 100 bits from Brittany Boo. 18% of the way through level 5. 4 minutes left on the clock. Let's see if we can get through this hype train here and then get to the goss. Call Down the Thunder says drama, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, I saw a lot of people in the comments doing that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying.
It was a staple, if you will, of the late great, not dead. I mean, just show-wise. Adrian Washington.
This show should have been called. This episode should have been called "Easy Like Sunday Evening."
Maybe, or it should have been called "The Late Great." Adrian Washington.
Oh boy.
Someone comes down from the rafters this week. Oh my God, it's Sting! Oh, the fuck Adrian hype train. Now wait, you guys are going to be surprised what April and I have to say here. You guys are getting off on this fuck Adrian shit. You got to calm down a little bit.
I don't think that's where we're at.
You're going to be really interested in what... I think Adrian will be interested in what we have to say. As he's all nervous and worked up now. You can tell in his comments he's trying to get ahead of it. And it's... Calm down. Fucking... Here.
Calm down. Have some dip.
All right, 25% of the way through level 5. Trucker AA, he sold some steers.
Yes, he
says,
did.
hope you had a great weekend. Why everyone's writing fuck Adrian? Why is everyone writing fuck Adrian in the chat?
None of us need to fuck Adrian.
Nobody needs to fuck Adrian. One of us already turned him down. Big Earn gifting with 100 bits in the chat. What?
He asked you?
That's very
Holy
funny.
cow.
That's very funny.
Now I see.
till a DIE.
Turned him down and now he's salty.
You hyped us on Facebook as a trash fest fucking flip. Did I say it was going to be a trash fest? I said I was going to tell you about the phone call I finally got. I'm like the Joker. All I wanted was a phone call. That's it. I just wanted a phone call. I finally got my phone call because enough of our listeners went to his show and told him, Aaron's been saying some wild shit. And now I finally got a chance to say what I wanted to say to him. And I'm going to relay that to you. Get to the story, clown. Wait.
Get through the hype train.
Get through the hype train. We got 2 minutes left, 27% of the way there. Now, if we begged for this hype train and you gave it to us, you're right. We should fucking get to it. But you did this hype train all on your own. That's all.
Y'all put us on pause.
Didn't think you were Adrian's type, Aaron. Who knew? Yeah, I was, was talking about me. 100 bits from JJ's Blood alcohol content.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Real White Mike. Okay, I will know for sure tomorrow. Okay, cool. Real White Mike might be here. Rowdy Loudy needs a sub. He says, did you use a condom? You might have AIDS. Now, that is not very nice. That's a low blow, you son of a bitch. That is disrespectful to the memory of the late, great Adrian Washington. How dare you?
I didn't know it was
To this... Very good. There.
How dare you?
I don't like that kind of talk. Seth's Ford Fusion Submarine
hey.
gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Thanks, buddy. And
Thank
by the
you.
way, he capitalized all of his screen name now.
I saw that.
Pretty cool. 100 bits from JJ Dewey. 1,000 bits from Red Fox Mad. 500 bits from Peter Wacker. Get off my dick gifting a tier 1 sub. We're getting close.
I'm getting shaky. We've been waiting
Real
for this
White
for
Mike
hours.
gifting 5 tier 1 subs, and there we go. We made it through level 5 of the hype train, and I believe we're back up over 4,004 subs.
Thanks, guys.
We didn't even get a chance to tell you guys our goal tonight was 4,000. We're over it, so let's go to 4,100 by the end of the night. That sounds like fun.
Let's do it.
Okay. Ready?
Woo!
100% of the way through level 5, 20 seconds left. Here's the deal. Let me drink my boozy
I know.
drink. This Calumet Farms is some
shaky.
good shit. This is
That
the first time
very
I
good.
bought it. That's fantastic. So anyway, 100 bits from I Got a Feeling. Thank you, buddy. I have said for months, almost 2 months, 6 weeks or so on the show, every time people would ask about Adrian Washington, who, if you're new to the show, was our second mic on Fridays for about a year.
Yeah, about a year.
And had been a guest on the show regularly for 6 years. As those 6 years went, I can tell you, I viewed Adrian as a good friend, someone who'd, we'd been through things, we'd talked about things, we'd traveled up and down the road together. I helped out his mom with some stuff. I invited him to my dad's 60th birthday. He always invited me to shows, and he'd offer me guest sets. I never really needed guest sets, but I do them to help him out. I figure it sold
for a friend, right?
and it sold tickets.
Yes.
Me coming to a show sells a couple more tickets. Fine, absolutely. Put that money in your pocket. Put it away for a rainy day. I didn't know Corona was coming at the time, but yes, do that. Then the controversy happens, the stuff with the Iowa station. Now, Adrian Washington was on the air with us that day. And as those of you who listened could tell, April was listening at the time as well. He was in on the gag. Fair to say?
Yep, I listen to every second.
He was in on the gag. I mean, he laughed a few times, went, "Oh man, you're going pretty far with this one." Laughing, by the way. He never once stepped in and went, "Now, damn it, Aaron, this is too far and you need to stop." Laughing his ass off, even saying, "Oh, happy birthday to me. This is fun."
His birthday. Like, thank you, Aaron. This Aaron came out for my birthday.
Yeah, drinking and everything else. Yeah, you're right. Thanked me for coming out this way for his birthday. Then the shit hit the fan. We got in a lot of fucking trouble. I was written about in numerous publications across the Midwest and across the country, if you count Radio Insight, All Access, all these trade magazines. I got, boy, did they fuck me good and hard.
Real hard.
The cancel
Probably the
crowd.
hardest fucking you've ever had.
Oh boy, they just held me down and put a plunger handle right in my ass
Hard to
repeatedly, but felt great. I came. People don't know that.
Sure did.
I did. All
Look at
over
this.
Twitch. So I conference called everyone that day that we decided to launch this.
I came home from work. I heard that too.
I was in on I called everybody, Johnny, Corey, Oz, and Adrian. I asked everybody, I told everybody, I'm doing this thing. I want you all to come with me. What do you say? Are you in? Corey and Johnny, I don't, it's a photo finish between who said yes first.
Oh.
I can't say one is more loyal than the other. Right now, I got to say, Corey's loyal as fuck. Johnny's a team player because he's given up a day for Oz, and that's not easy, and I really appreciate that.
I think Johnny's loyal as fuck to you.
Yes, I believe that as well. Oz called me separately, called me himself.
Yes.
No prompting, and he said, "Look, man, don't doubt my allegiance to this program. I'm with you. The station threatened that if I work with them, I can't work with you. I have ads running on their station that are free because of work I've done with the station. I don't want to lose those free ads. Can we start after my vacation in January?" No problem.
Yep.
Absolutely. Did I ever say one bad thing about
No,
Oz?
and you could hear in his voice how sincere he was, and what, I don't know how many weeks it was, a couple weeks later, calls you just to tell you how much he misses this and how he just can't wait to get back to doing what you used to do. And the man sounded choked up.
Two guys literally said "I love you" to each other. It was the gayest thing you've ever seen.
It really was, but it was beautiful.
Hard for a woman to watch.
It was. I cried a little bit.
And a girl cries for the conversation. Oh, Game of Thrones.
I brought a box of Kleenexes for tonight.
I brought it because I came hard. And so that all happens. Adrian on the conference call says, "I don't know, man." And that was it.
He said, "I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this one, guys," or fellas, something like that.
That's right.
And then he said that he had a phone call coming in and he had to go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he said he gave me the old fake phone call, the emergency call. Like we were on a date.
Like on a date.
So then I wait. First couple weeks go by. We realize, holy shit, this is crushing. This is doing great. And now, last week, sorry to take a detour here, last week we beat all of our previous week's numbers. We had our biggest week ever last week in like 4 out of 5 main categories. I think the one was...
The average viewers.
No, average viewers was up.
Oh, okay.
I think we missed live viewers by like literally, we're talking 30,000. Oh, no, 30. No, that was up to 30,000. So that was,
we missed.
Might have been unique viewers, but it was by like 15.
Yes, very
out of
small.
like 8,000. So it was a really tiny number. And I called him after week 2. I'm sorry. I want to get this right. I don't want to lie about anything. I don't want to exaggerate. That's why I have April here. She heard the phone call today. She can make sure I'm not bullshitting because I don't want to. I Snapchat messaged him. I was listening to P. Diddy's Bad Boy for Life, feeling really good about the program, driving down the road, sent him a Snapchat saying, when are you coming aboard? This is going great.
Right.
And he wrote back, we'll talk soon, ha ha.
I remember you told me about that.
We'll talk soon, ha ha. Well, we wouldn't be here right now talking about this if he had called me soon. He didn't. So then people start asking on the show. They start asking in the chat. We're very open with our audience, and that's going to come up when I talk about this phone call, is how he views the audience and how I view the audience. It bothers me today that he is looked at as a nice guy or a good guy, and I'm looked at as this, angry psychopath. Now, I get that part. I yell a lot. I go nuts. Yes. But I'm performing. I don't think the audience of this show can honestly say that I haven't absolutely, short of crying on the air like April has, and I might have choked up once or twice, expressed to you how grateful I am for everything you guys have done.
Yes.
And I've said on the air numerous times that I believe the audience is entitled to a lot more of me than most people would think. I think what we talk about on this show, what we expect from the audience on this show, I believe that they deserve to hear things that are going on if it relates to the show. Adrian has always felt differently. He wants his public persona and he wants his private persona. I've always felt that those two things should be one and the same. I've shared with you guys a lot of shit. When my marriage was falling apart, when I stepped out on that whole thing and I wanted out of that, I came to the audience first. When I'd found somebody new in April, I brought her to the audience. It's almost like introducing them to your parents, in a way. I brought her to the audience. And I've always felt that if I have the life I have because these people do bits and subs and everything else, that I owe them a certain amount of transparency. I made it here on that. I should stay that way. Adrian doesn't feel the same. He believes. So that brings us to the phone call. Adrian did his first show back. It was at the red carpet. I think they allow like 70 people in there now. Are you crying already? She's crying already. I think they allow like 70 people in there. And I think he sold just about all 70 tickets, which is wonderful. That's great, man. Comedy being back in general, that's awesome. That's wonderful. We're going to start doing comedy shows here pretty soon. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I will say, if we only do 70 people, I'm going to feel terrible. But we have a big machine behind us. So you have that.
You're going to do
It's
great.
different. Victor subscribing. Thank you, Victor. When's your year one show with Adrian? That's very funny. Adrian at his show, a few of our listeners, proving that the listeners of this show still go to his shows. We're telling him, hey, what do you think about the stuff Aaron's been saying on the air?
Yep.
What do you think of all that shit? And he's like, what? I don't know anything about what Aaron's... Now, I think he knows because he's been posting very vague... I want Adrian to be the guy I know, not the guy he portrays himself to be on social media, because that's so hard to keep up. And when that veil slips, people see you as dishonest and they don't trust you anymore. I wish I could tell him, and he'll never listen to me, but I wish he'd be more the guy he is in private, because then you get to know your audience better and they're more loyal to you. But Adrian heard about that, and he posts really passive-aggressive stuff. And then finally today, he called me. And he said something very weird to start the phone call. He said, "You got something to say to me?" First of all, this isn't a fucking Western, okay? Right. This isn't like a, hey, do, 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 bomb, bomb, bomb. We're going to draw 6 shooters in the town square at high noon. Like, that's not how we do things here. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, I heard you were talking shit. Now, first of all, a man his age should know that the things you get secondhand from people are typically a little exaggerated. But okay, I said, well, if you mean by talking shit, and now I have my stenographer here who can check me if I'm adding anything to the conversation.
I did, yes.
She was in the car. We heard the phone call. I said, well, if by talking shit you mean people in the chat ask me what's going on with you and I tell them the truth, I was hurt by the fact that you never called. I was hurt by the fact that when my life and career were fucking spiraling out of control, you never thought to call me. You never even thought to ask if I was okay. You never called to ask how the kids were. You never called to ask on any of that stuff. And I guess for me, if the roles were reversed, and he didn't believe this on the phone, the guy you see on the air is the guy people know behind the scenes. And maybe that's the difference between he and I. He thinks I'm someone different. He knows I'm this guy on the air or off the air. Is the volume turned up a little on the air? Sure.
Of course.
I would have called. And he goes, would you have called if it was me? And that was such an insulting question to have him ask, because do you not know me? When Corey Adam was being canceled and fired, and by the way, I'm not bringing Corey and Johnny into this like they have to get they should all be friends with Adrian. They should all support Adrian. They should love the guy. He's never done anything to them.
You don't need to pick one.
You don't need to pick one. I'm not asking you to do that. I'd never do that. That's phony, hacky shit. But when Corey was being canceled over the allegations that he admitted to it, sending penis pictures to women and hitting on women, everything else, I called Corey right away. Both times. And I said...
both times.
Both times. And I said, and Corey said this on air too. I'm not saying like he hasn't been grateful. And that's not why I did it. But I called him both times. Are you okay? I want you to know you're still on the show. You're not fired. You're fine here. Don't worry about it. And also asking him, what the fuck did you do?
Well, right.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
If he would have even called me and said, man, he goes, I didn't say anything on the air. Maybe I should have, but you were fucking really leaning in on that one. I would have said, yeah, you're probably right. Whatever. So he calls, and I liked it. I finally got a chance to say to this guy what I've wanted to say to him for 6 weeks. And the reason I said earlier, if this show was at 4, it'd be a lot of me shitting on Adrian and trashing him.
Yeah.
I screamed at the guy for a good 15 minutes today.
Yep. From about Clear Lake to
From Clear Lake to the east side of St. Cloud.
Yeah.
I screamed at this fucking guy on the phone, and I was glad he gave me the opportunity to do so. I'm glad he finally called. Because the thing about me is that if I'm willing to say it when you're not around, I'm willing to say it to your face. I've always been that way. It's a moral that I have. I don't necessarily believe that if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. Trash the shit out of somebody if you don't fucking like them. But the minute they ask you about it, you be a man, you stand up, you say what you want to say. So I did. I went off on all that. And every time I would make a point about how I felt he was a little disloyal, how it really hurt me, how, I just wanted him to call, and how I told him, man, you didn't call us, you didn't get the shows back, you fucking bailed. And I told him flat out, I said, I feel like you bailed to save your own ass. I feel like you think you have this comedy brand, and when it was good for your comedy brand, you were all in with Steel Toe. And when it started to become bad for your brand, when the ship started sinking, you were definitely more rat than crewman because you bailed. I told him this, and he said to me, I guess we both have our truths. I don't let people get away with that shit. So I said to him, no. There's no truth. That's what happened. And then he goes on in the conversation, and I'm skipping around to tell me, he goes, well, I wanted to focus on my comedy thing, so I just handled myself, and I didn't want to attach myself to the controversy. I'm sitting there going, I said, literally, check me on this. I said, thank you for making my point by restating it word for word.
You did.
What my point was. So in that moment, I was angry, and I wanted to get on here, and I wanted to trash him, and I wanted to shit on him and everything else. But I think what I'm kind of learning as I sit down here and we got ready for the show is that it hurts. I thought this guy was my friend. During this phone call, he says to me, come on, man. We weren't ever friends. Quote, we weren't ever friends. And I said to him, the first thing I said was, oh, we weren't friends. I didn't invite you to my dad's birthday party. I didn't tell him about the mom thing, but I gave his mom a TV. We raised money. We got his mom money, hundreds, maybe $1,000 in her pocket. Had her on the show, the whole deal. I knew his wife. We hung out together. We went out together. We did comedy shows over and over and over, 100 shows together. And I guess we weren't friends. That hurt. I'm not a guy who gets hurt that easy. But when I do get hurt, I take it personally and I hold a grudge. I really do.
It was hard to listen to.
And the other thing that hurt me about it was that I knew no matter what I did, no matter what bullhorn I used, no matter how many people I shouted it to, there's going to be people that think this is a good guy who's square dealing and honest and everything else. And that frustrates the shit out of me. But I'm not going to sit here and go on a 10-minute tirade now about he's a piece of shit and fuck him and fuck. I'm going to force myself not to do that. Because I'm not angry at him. I don't want to destroy the guy. Quite the opposite. I want people to go to his shows and support him. I'm lashing out because I'm hurt. Because that's a shitty fucking thing to say. To a guy who put a lot of money in your pocket doing comedy shows. Who hung out with you. Who enjoyed your company. Who invited you to fights. Who invited you to birthdays. Who you met my kids. To say, well, we were never friends. And to say it, you heard the conversation. To say it in such a cold way.
You did.
It was a Ted Bundy kind of, we're not really friends. Like, Ted, you just killed that girl. We weren't really friends. Like, not understanding why that's a shitty thing to say. And then going on Facebook and painting yourself as a good guy. The difference between Adrian Washington and I. Two differences. One, same guy on the air is off. Me. Number two, I know when I'm being an asshole. And usually it's intentional. I know when I'm being a dick. I know when I'm being even wrong. April will tell you. I know when I'm being wrong. I know when I'm going, I'm lashing out. I know I'm wrong about this, but I just need to fucking vent. So, after thinking about it for hours, it's not that I'm pissed at him. It's not that I want to, let's fucking get this guy. That hurt. The other thing he says, and I see a lot of people going, fuck him in the chat and all this, whatever you think. People think that was low what he said. I thought so too. The other thing he said, which again, in a sociopathic way, like he didn't even realize what he was saying. And I think that's maybe what it is.
You're still leaving out.
We'll get to all of it.
A glaring line for me.
And then he said to me, don't drink the Kool-Aid, subscribing with Twitch Prime. Thank you. Somebody get Biden can't remember a sub. And then he said, I wasn't into the radio show. I was promoting my comedy. I was promoting my comedy brand. And said, I was never in it for the radio. I was in it to promote my comedy. And now that you're not doing comedy shows, I don't need to be a part of it. Look, coming from a part-time narcissist, that's some narcissistic shit. To say something like that and not because that's not even realizing other people exist. When you say shit like that. That fucking hurt bad. And I didn't realize it hurt until just before we went on the air, and I realized I'm not going to trash the guy. I'm not going to shit on the guy. I'm just going to tell. And the reason I'm telling you guys about the phone call is this. This was a conversation that he and I should have had on the air. We owe it to you. We owe it to the audience to have these conversations on the air. Now, he doesn't agree with me. He thinks, man, this is private shit, blah, 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 blah. It's a great Adrian Washington impression, by the way.
He even got upset that you conference called all the second mics to invite them along.
Did he? I don't remember that.
He said that. He's like, man, you called me on a conference call. You couldn't even just call me. You called me on a conference call.
Because you didn't want... Here's my thing. He's so obsessed with his...
He never called
you,
though.
I'm trying not to trash the guy, but he's so obsessed with his image that he didn't want to say no in front of other people.
And it's okay to say no.
It's okay to say... If he would have told me, dude, you went too fucking far for me. I'm out of here. Fuck off. I was never in this. Would I still be having this conversation about, wow, that really hurt that he was never in this for friendship or anything else? It was all just for him using us. And then he leaves a Facebook comment saying, you use people. Really? Helped out your mom, invited you to my dad's birthday party, gotten Corey's back, and Johnny when he had the sexual harassment allegations, which I still think are bullshit. Got his back and all that. Oz, I'd fucking take a bullet for. I'd lay down on razor wire for. In fact, I said to him in the phone call, I said, wow, you're really... Because he said, oh, you got your truth, I've got mine. I go, the truth is... I kind of quoted Captain America, kind of gay, but I go, you're not the guy to lay over the wire and make the sacrifice play. You never will be. And I said, it hurts to me. What hurts to me is that the guy I know and the image you put forward in public are not the same person. That really fucking sucks. That's what bothers me. And that's why I wanted to have this on the air. Because when you do it on a phone call, Anthony Cumia had this line. I thought it was great. He goes, when you do it on the air, there's less of a chance for people to pull bullshit. When you're on a private phone call, now it's just he and I. Well, he didn't know April, but he and I talking. He can portray it his way. I can portray it mine. But the fact of the matter is, the guy said we were never friends, and he was only doing it for the comedy. The other thing that bugs me is he says he was only doing it for the comedy. Everything else, we sold him a shitload of tickets, and then he goes, he would always say that he was a self-made man, and the radio doesn't really help him that much, but yet he fucking took our money.
He did.
He took my fucking money from the Twitch stuff, and then he took the bookings that we gave him, that I handed him, that, by the way, he always complained about. Why are you bringing Corey on? I don't want to take the pay cut. Well, I'm headlining every time. I'm not. I wanted Corey to headline sometimes. I wanted me to I didn't want to headline. I won't lie. I didn't want to headline. I wanted Corey to headline sometimes. When we brought other people in, sometimes I wanted them to headline because it was something different for the audience. Nope. He wanted to headline. If you even mentioned that he might not headline, he'd pout. There was one show he didn't headline, I remember, and he did pout and went way over time. And I just never did it again. But to one thing, and he mentioned the article. He goes, and you fucking flipped out on me on the article and you talk shit then. And I'm like, now I don't believe for a second he mentioned the radio show, because I think deep down secretly he was always jealous of this radio show and what it did for him. I think it did so much for him that it made him uncomfortable because he wanted, again, he's a prisoner of his own creation, and it's very sad. He created this image online of himself and he can't go back on it now. And if you're the image of the self-made guy, you can't admit that somebody helped you. I still don't think he mentioned us in that article. And everyone around me said he never mentioned you once in that article. People have been telling me for years, they're like, this Adrian, don't trust him. He's a snake, blah, blah. And I said, no, he's a good guy. He's all right. You guys don't know him, everything else. I wish I would have listened, because I'll be honest, if someone would have come to me to my face 6 years ago and said to me, I'm only going to be on your show to promote my comedy stuff, we're not going to be friends or anything like that, I would have said, no thanks, see ya. So it's very convenient for him that he gets to spend 6 years elevating himself on my tuchus, if you will, if I could get a little Jewish on you. And then at the end say, I was only in it for the comedy. Next time you screw someone over in business that way, make sure you do it up front. Because at least you'll be a better person for it.
That felt very blindsiding to hear. For me, just being a listener in the car, it was very blindsiding to hear straight from his mouth that I only did this for the comedy, and told Aaron straight out, too, that Aaron was never a friend to him. I mean, I'm a bit emotional about this, too. I don't know if you guys know this. I've been Adrian's friend for years now. I've been to countless shows of his. I never missed a one locally for years. And I considered him a close enough friend that he knew previous relationships of mine. I would go to him at any life problems I ever had and stuff. And starting about this month, actually, last year, when he knew that Aaron and I talked and knew each other and stuff, all the times that I had very vulnerable conversations, asking him for help and all those things kind of started coming to a head and started slapping me in the face. And I had two really big instances where I kind of started to see maybe Adrian wasn't as good of a friend to me as I thought I was too. And then, of course, as anybody thought, I truly thought Adrian and Aaron were really good friends. We spent the summer.
Anyone who saw us would think that these guys are not only friends, good friends.
Good friends. I was very much so under the impression that you guys were good friends. We spent the summer, the fall, the winter going to shows together, going on the road together, hanging out, drinking. Aaron and I would go out of our way to go to a show of his even in Annandale on a very late notice after hunting one night, just went and had a great time together, hung out drinking and stuff, all of that.
Oh, that's the other thing. When he said we weren't really friends, he goes, well, you didn't really start coming to a lot of my shows till you started dating April. First of all, I got kids. Second of all, I don't go out a lot. Third of all, I did shows with you all the time. I booked one season, I booked 2 shows a month because you wanted the money. You said, I want to do this, I need to make more money, but I booked 2 shows a month. I didn't want to do 2 shows a month. Did it for you, brother. But I guess we were never friends. I guess it was only for the comedy. The thing that hurts the most is I feel like a fucking sucker. And I'll say this right to the camera. You know what, buddy? You got me. Not many people get me like this, but you got me. You hook, line, and sinker. You tricked me. You roped me in. You used me up. And then you left me for dead when the chips were down. I hope you can live with it. I know you'll never admit it publicly. I know you're not that kind of guy. But I hope privately you can live with it. And if you can, it's pretty thick skin, man. Pretty goddamn thick. And I hope you have it. Because that's, the more I think of the stuff we've done, and then to hear that shit.
I know.
Really bugs me.
I know. Especially the helping out his mom and stuff like that. Aaron would literally come home to me after those shows and tell me how good it felt just to do that stuff for her. And like he'd text me like, hey, can you get this TV ready to go? I'm so happy to be able to help her and all this stuff. And,
when multiple people told me, why the fuck are you giving his mom a TV? I'm like, it just feels good to do shit like that.
Why are you going out of your way to help this person you don't know?
We're giving away We're giving away a Las Vegas vacation to one of our listeners at the end of this month. And you know why? Because it fucking feels good to give something to people who have supported the shit out of you. It feels fucking good. Some of that, you don't repay good fortune with bad grace. Just the way I feel. I feel like for the last 5-6 years, I've done nothing but sing Adrian's praises actually to my family, my friends. Not only would I tell them how great his shows were, I shared with my mom many times when I was going through a hard time how good of a friend he was to me. And I love Adrian and his wife. I have spent many nights with them. And so meanwhile, I feel like I've lost a friend. He's removed me from Facebook, everything. Has not talked to me in months, of course. Whatever, that doesn't matter. And to watch what looked like a really good, solid friendship fall apart between him and Aaron has been really hard to watch too. So up until a few weeks ago, we still would have had him on Steel Toe comedy shows. I still would have booked him. Yep. That's the weird part. And then he says to me, now this is starting to piss me off because he commented on the Steel Toe page and said, you just use people. Literally just told me on the phone that you used the radio show. Yes. You used me, everything else. And that's psycho shit, man. That's really, you got to work that out. If I recall. Brother, if you are hearing this, man, I'm telling you, you need to go get some therapy. I don't know what it is, but you can't just be able to say shit like that to people and then just tra-la-la through life. I don't know if you bury it somewhere or you just don't feel it, but that's fucked up, man. That's really fucked up. Let's go to a few pieces of listener chat. I'll go to the more reasonable ones. Again, this isn't a fuck Adrian show. This is more of a, I'm hurt by the whole thing. I'm upset and I'm hurt about it. But number two, also, I don't like this guy getting away with this persona that he's built when it's just so not him. I was glad in the phone conversation I got to say, the guy I know and the guy you portray in public are two different people. And you can say whatever you want about me, but you certainly can't say that. I really learned that same thing about him the hard way this last year. 2 different occasions, absolutely, especially the one really tore me to pieces, and it is shocking to see how somebody can really be behind the scenes sometimes. I'm really biting my tongue on that one because I don't want it to be a trash Adrian show. Slimpy Dillweed says it's an interesting place to focus on your comedy career when over half the show was there from Steel Toe and the rest was bored. He's not funny in the side. It's not even a he's not funny show. No, it's not that. He can be fun. He's a funny guy. I've gone to many shows of his and laughed a lot. And he's done well. I can quote some of his bits. They're funny. But, and if you want to go to his shows, guys, don't do this. Oh, fucking what he did to Aaron, fuck him. Guy's got a family. He's got to feed him. He doesn't have Steel Toe anymore. You support him if you want to. Absolutely. I'm telling you how I feel about this whole thing. I'm not telling you how to feel about a goddamn thing. Go nuts. Do whatever you want. I don't think either of us want anything bad to happen to him. I think we both want him to succeed. Like he said, he's got a family. Like I said, I've loved him and his wife for years. I want them to do very well, so you don't need to choose one. Feds for Hose says Adrian is not self-made. He's been helped. We all have. I'm not self-made. People put me on the radio. People gave me a show. I built an audience. My mother told me this weekend, and I never thought of it this way. She goes, you think you've been building this the last couple months? She goes, you've been building this for 15 years. And I never thought of it that way. I've been garnering an audience with each station I went to and brought them with me and then brought them here. Inbred Sister Banger says, yeah, the St. Cloud Times article, he never mentioned you. He swears to God he did. I just don't believe him. I mean, I don't trust him. I just don't trust and I know people told me not to trust him, but I did. We mixed up the headliners, too. It's a way to give others a share of the spotlight. Yeah, absolutely. Called Down the Thunder says, I didn't like listening or watching on Fridays because he seemed fake. I now unfortunately feel vindicated that I was right. JJ's Blood Alcohol content. I'm only here for the entertainment. Sorry to break it to you. I hope this helps. 100 bits. Thanks, buddy. I think a lot of people are here for the entertainment. By the way, if you want to call in, we'll take calls on this whole thing. The phone number is right there in the bottom left corner of the screen. Don Lemon's AIDS. Hey, man, he's just battling with the fact that he is a less funny and somehow uglier version of Donnell Rawlings. Cheap shots, but as long as they're funny. Red Fox Mad gifting a tier 1 sub. And as far as me using people, boy, did that one sting too, because Mark Allen, there was nothing to use.
No.
I didn't benefit by having Mark Allen.
No.
I didn't benefit. I'm saying at the time. I don't mean now. Now I benefit huge by having Johnny. But the show didn't benefit from reaching out to Johnny and bringing him aboard. Nobody really knew who he was or anything like that. I'm grateful as shit that he came to this. He's absolutely a huge asset now. But I'm saying use people.
Yes.
Fucking I brought people aboard. The people I fought for to make more money at that fucking cheap joint, including Adrian, the battles I fought, the times Gary wanted to get rid of people, and I said, absolutely not. You are not getting rid of them. I need these people. He wanted to fire Adrian after Adrian was giving free publicity to his sponsors that weren't paying a dime on the radio.
Yep.
There are a lot of radio guys that aren't me that would have gone, dude, you fucked up. I can't save you. I went to bat for him in Gary's office, and I saved his job. And he was still pissed at Gary and pissy at me that he thought he should still get to read the sponsors out loud. And I saved his job. But I guess we're not friends.
I would like to point out during the phone call today, too, that after he mentioned that you never came to any of his shows till after me and stuff, he also said, why do you think you have any of those second mics you have? He's like, I introduced you to Corey, I brought you Johnny. He's taken credit in the past for you even meeting me. All that.
Yeah, that's a real complex that someone has.
Yeah.
And first of all, yes, you introduced me to Corey and Johnny. I made the decision to make them second mics. And I told him, I said, I'm glad you introduced me to them because those two are loyal.
Yes, he said that word for word. He said,
word for word, I told him.
God, you brought me those people. They're the most loyal people I've ever worked with.
Right. And by the way, Corey and Johnny should still be friends with Adrian. They should still perform with him if he asks them to. Absolutely.
Yes.
Because having steel toe people on his show will help him sell more
this
tickets.
This episode should come with a disclaimer. Don't choose one. You know, you can be friends with him.
The reason we're doing this show today is because I don't want to put Johnny and Oz and Corey in the middle of it at all.
They didn't lose him as a friend. Aaron and I have both.
Whoa! Remember, I was never his friend, apparently.
I don't know that I was either. I sure thought we were. But if we're
he did want something from you.
If we're putting it this way, Aaron and I both lost him as a friend, and it does hurt. I brought that up to Aaron before the show, too, because like he said,
where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along at a bit of distance. If I stayed up with you all night, then I'd know how to save a life. Anyway, what's up? And you pray to God he hears you. You old enough to remember that song?
I know every word to that song.
That's like the ultimate I want to kill myself song, right? Isn't that the big one?
It's about a friend's suicide, yes.
Yeah, well, maybe if that guy would have been a better friend, but apparently in that song, those two were never friends.
I don't know. Even after the things I went through with Adrian last year, I was able to talk to him about it and move forward. And still, I find myself, I was upstairs getting ready for the show. I felt almost naive thinking, because I told Aaron, I'm like, in my heart of hearts, I really thought that we were all friends. I thought we went to these things as friends. I brought them home after shows and all this stuff, and I thought we were hanging out as friends, drinking as friends.
So take a look at me now.
I moved on after all the things that I'd been
There's
through.
still an empty space.
All right.
There's nothing left here to remind me. Just the memory of your face. Sorry, I'm trying to do a little comedy in the serious show we're doing. Why don't you come over here and sit on my lap? Sorry. Inbred sister banger. To be honest, I could hear his disdain for you on the radio every week. Wow, I did not.
False. I said the same thing to you after the phone call today. I'm like, anytime he was with you in person, talking about you on the show or anything, you'd approach him with something, whether it be a song, a show, a movie, a story that you were really into and stuff,
Right.
and he'd be like, "Oh, Aaron, look at Aaron being Aaron again." Blah,
Exactly,
blah, blah.
and I don't understand what I did to bother him.
Baby, a song you make
You
me
fucking
wanna
suck.
roll my
Windows down and burn.
You're the worst
Actually,
show host I've ever met.
I've said numerous times that Luke Bryan's first
Luke
album is his only good one. April showed me a song from his second album that I forgot about that's actually not bad. Don't tell him what one it is. I'll be embarrassed. Don Lemonzade said there is also a touch of salty that I never got to bang April with Adrian. God, come on. I don't know. Lionheart says, and if someone told me that after 6 years of being there for them, they're lucky they have the phone separating them from me. Yeah, I'm not going to go beat the shit. I'm 34 years old. I'm not going to go beat the shit out of a 45-year-old man, for Christ's sake. You brought his brother's muffins. I bought his brother's muffins. How many times did we promote that place for free?
We supported Champ Life up and down. We both sang the praises of that place.
And by the way, I would have never done any of that shit for his mom, invited him to my house, any of that stuff, if I would have known he was just doing this for comedy and that we weren't really friends. So
that was really the most blindsiding thing I'd ever heard. Being both of us thought we were friends. Apparently, the third party didn't think we were friends. That was probably the most blindsiding thing I'd ever heard.
And now the only black friend I have is technically Indian. Dots, not...
You got ice over there?
Call from
JJ Dewey.
Let's go to JJ Dewey. He's probably got something good for us. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, well, I ain't got much, but I will say I bought a lot of Champ Life stuff because of your show, and it was kind of bullshit.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, how do you think
you guys, well, you know, I've been to some of his marriages as well. So he's also a guy that marries people. So it's kind of weird
I see what
to see
you
him
mean.
in a different angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
You know what I'm saying?
I got another phone call coming in, but thank you very much for that.
All right, later.
Thank you for the call.
call from
Kyle?
Kyle, how are... Oh, by the way, before you start, Kyle, I do want to let people know, if you still like Champ Life Wings, go. His brother's a good guy. I mean, his
And-
brother's starting a business and doing his thing. Support his brother's business.
Support the hell out of these people.
All right.
They have families.
And by the way, something only a friend would say. All right, go ahead, Kyle. What's up?
Hey, I met you both at Halfway Jam a couple years ago, and you guys both seemed really, really happy. And it was really weird now hearing all this backlash to you.
Right.
I've listened to you for years. It's just insane that this would happen to you.
Yeah. Now you can see why this show is less about trashing Adrian and more about just kind of being blindsided and a little hurt over the whole deal. So thank you for the
I hear
call,
ya.
sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
And see, I think everybody...
I said the N-word in front of him and never got punched.
I think everybody would be shocked as hell to hear him say something like that, because anybody from the outside looking in would have thought you two were the greatest friends. I'd met you before, okay, but I go and he introduces me to you like, this is my buddy, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Now,
call from
this is Raz, right?
Raz of Chaz.
Yeah.
Raz of Chaz, who's going to be live in studio watching The Return of Oz on Tuesday. What's going on?
Well, I'm excited for that to start with. Rosie and I are sitting here just stunned as heck that this is happening. We really loved hanging out with all of you the few times that we did, and we even went and supported Adrian and everything, and we thought he was the coolest guy and really nice. And I'm not saying my opinion's changed a lot, but the issue I'm having is I'm feeling betrayed by his betrayal of you in the show, because I'm basing that, my friendship with him is based on, your guys' comedy and everything else together. And I kind of feel like that's all betrayed too as a fan.
I hear you.
agree.
What I'll say to that is don't let me tell you how to feel about somebody. Feel about somebody how you want to feel about them. But I will say I did think about that sitting here at home today. I thought, now, wait a minute. Maybe Adrian doesn't know this because he didn't really give a shit about the show outside of apparently his own promotion of his own career by his own words. But this show was as much about the audience as it was the host. So I hate to say it like it's a cult, but in a good way it is. If you're tricking the host, you're tricking the show. And if you're tricking the show, you're tricking the audience. So if listeners are going to say that they feel personally shit on or personally upset about what Adrian said to me, they don't have to. But if they do, I get it. I understand.
Right. Well, yeah, and like I was saying, I would have went to his shows even if he wasn't on. I'd go still do stuff with Adrian, with Oz for engraving if he wasn't on the show. But the way he's doing it, the way he went about it, I feel kind of slighted in a way, and it's kind of sucks.
And how many shows did I see both you and Rosie at of Adrian's? I went to all the shows. I seen you guys there several times. And I just was thinking to myself, as you said that, the only reason I ever knew about Adrian was because I went to a Steel Toe show probably 6 years ago. And I met him that night. And that's when I started going to his shows too.
And also, since we're all...
Up and listen.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Sorry for, before I met April, drunkenly trying to dance with your girlfriend a lot.
Hey,
It's okay, she's cute.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Cute.
All right, bye. That's why he messages you. It's payback
Right.
for all the dances.
I love both of those too.
She didn't say no because I didn't let her. Wicked Pissa Show says some are too sensitive if you don't go to their shows. Ridiculous. Just because you don't go to many shows doesn't mean you're not friends or don't support it. Yeah, I only plugged it all the time, even though Gary yelled at
And
me for it.
honestly, how many of his shows did you and I both go to since I've been with you at a year? Many. And at any time, at the drop of a hat, say, hey, you want to come do a guest spot on this? You were there, even if we were busy.
Yeah.
We'd stop hunting. We'd go there. Whatever.
DeLorean says, are you mad at him or yourself? I don't think I'm mad at him. I'm hurt by the whole
hurts.
thing. Mad at myself. Because if it would have been that blindsiding, I wouldn't have been mad at myself because I'm like, well, nobody saw this coming. But people were telling me. People warned me about the guy, and I said, you guys are wrong. And I bought the public persona, not the private person, I guess. I am crying, says Camo Girl. You're going to be fine, for fuck's sake. You're going to be fine. He was never your friend, April. He wanted your ass. That's all. That's from Mikey Two Milks. Jesus. Benson Bomber says, way to go, Aaron. You screwed up their friendship, too. It's the juice, baby. He needs a sub. Get that guy a sub. I'm sure the chat is so fucking out of control right now that I'm not even close to the bottom of it.
I have no idea.
It sucks when you invest so much into a friendship, they just throw it away in such a destructive way. Yeah, what the fuck do you do, right? It feels good to give. I love giving. This is a restricted number. I'm not even...
Call from... To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
We're not going to answer that one. If you don't give your name, I can't give you.
Donald?
To accept, press 1.
What's going on, Don?
Hey, I good show tonight so far. I don't want to make this a thing because I'm not that guy, but I kind of relate to the last caller as far as feeling used as part of the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, so I was thinking about this long and hard, and after all the bits and subs, that you kind of pimped us out for it. I feel like some reparations are in order.
Fuck you. You're right. You know what?
That was beautiful. I like that guy.
No, you know what? I hope you're still listening. Let me know. I will give you reparations when the federal government pays reparations.
That's funny.
Deal. And your reparations will be exactly one t-shirt. By the way, speaking of t-shirts, I can still shamelessly plug even though my feelings are hurt. The Steel Toe merch store is a panel on the Twitch feed. So now you can just scroll down right underneath this video and you can click right to the merch store. We got a couple of shirts, couple of hoodies. Corey Adam has some stuff there. By the way, the second mics, all the stuff they design themselves, they get 100% of. So support those guys too. At least he called you and told you aren't friends. Mine just disappeared, said Zeke Kyle. Yeah. All right. Rads of Chaz says, what hurts more, this breakup or your divorce? This breakup, because I didn't ask for this one.
Calm down. Have some dip.
I saw him at the gas station. We were both getting air and tire, and I said, good Steel Toe show. And he said, well, all he said was get tickets to his show. Fuck, you can't even say thank you.
I asked Aaron before the show, too. I'm like, which one of these guys hurt and disappointed you worse, Gary or Adrian? Didn't know how to answer.
Didn't know how to answer because I can't say I'm surprised by either one. I'll say the Adrian one hurt more now that I've had time to think about it. Let's go to...
Call from...
OG Screwball.
OG Screwball, what's up? Oh, but real quick, to answer Gazook, yes, this was a guy who was our Friday second mic on the show we're talking about. Go ahead, OG.
Hey, just let you know, with down here in Nebraska, playing your show on the work truck, and people are absolutely loving it down here.
Oh, good, man. That's
Thank
great.
you.
Tell them to get a Twitch and listen on their own and stop mooching off of you. No, I'm just kidding. Of course.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 guys that have asked me about it have made them for downloading it on their phone right in front of me and
wow,
showing them how to download it. So
that's really great, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, OG.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Hey, you know what, though, buddy?
Yeah.
We were never really friends anyway.
Oh, for sure. But how dare you do this on a school bike?
On a school night. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, thank you for everything.
By the way, we also have on a school night hoodies available. So if you want those are fun. It's fun to have inside baseball shit like that. So people, you're wearing it and people go, what the fuck does that mean? And they get all mad. And then you get in a fight. You throw them on a subway. Screaming Meme gifting a tier 1 sub. Thank you. Sweatpants Boner says, I remember a Friday show where Adrian legit told you to break it off with April. That hurts your feelings?
Did we talk about that?
If you want to, it's your thing.
That was one of the 2 things I'm actually talking about. Falling outs, I guess I had with Adrian, who I was listening to that whole show. Obviously made me sick, and Adrian only knows of Aaron what he knew of Aaron at the time. You know, he didn't know how Aaron and I felt about each other. Aaron and I had been seeing each other for a few months already at that point, and had some pretty, if I might be sappy for a second, pretty intense feelings. You know, you kind of know.
It was so gay.
It was very gay.
It was gay as fuck.
And Adrian had been my friend up until that point, and I had to sit there at work listening to Adrian feed Aaron so much manipulative bullshit in his ears, and I was texting Adrian pleading him to stop saying what he was saying, because I knew Aaron at the time. Aaron was in as much of a bad way at that time back then because of bad relationships as I was. And by the way, Adrian knew all that about me and him, so basically just playing to our vulnerabilities, and he's sitting there manipulating Aaron on the air, making me sick to my stomach, literally, and caused Aaron to take a step back for almost an entire week. I hardly heard from him, thanks to Adrian, and I'd never felt that way before, and Adrian felt that it was okay to stick his nose where he had no idea what was going on, and that was
well. I think he did know what was going on.
He
and
did,
that
and
makes
he didn't
it worse,
like it.
yeah.
He knew that you and I had a thing, and it was a really good thing going on, and he didn't like it. He didn't like it for either of us, and he wanted to wreck that. And I called him out on that this summer too. I got that off my chest, and I still moved forward, and I thought we were friends even after that. But honestly, one of the hardest weeks of my life back in April of last year. Yep. That was all thanks to him.
If I could be corny for
Thanks,
a second.
buddy.
If I could be corny for a second, I know you and if Adrian, if you're watching this, and if someone wants to clip it for him, fine. I know we were never friends, according to you. But you don't hear that and think, wow, maybe I need to take a step back and reevaluate myself. Again, buddy, I'm not mad at you. I'm not sitting here destroying your career. I'm telling people to go to your shows. But I'm also sitting here to tell you, you need to take a look at yourself. You do. Because you're not right. You're not right with yourself. You're one guy in private. You're one guy publicly. Do I yell? Yeah. Do I argue? Yeah. Do I get mad? Yeah. Do I do it on the air and then not in private life or vice versa? Hell no. Never in a million years. You can call me an asshole. You can call me whatever you want. But you'll never call me phony. He'll never call me confused or mixed up about which life is which. Like, if you can watch someone do that, if someone told me to my face that I did that to them, I'd feel like a piece of shit until I made it right. But that's just me. You don't keep saying you're self-made like Adrian does. I'm not self-made. Nobody's self-made. This idea that you're self-made. Nobody's self-made. We all get help. We all get support. My audience made me. That's who made me. My audience made, and they continue to make me with bits and subs, which, by the way, you guys are lacking. I'm just fucking with you. You guys have been great tonight. I'm fucking around. You guys have been awesome. 4,017 subscribers right now. I mean, could you get to 4,100? You could, you lazy fucks. But I'm fine with it. I'm teasing. I'm joking. It's going to be a great show.
I think it's good to get all this stuff out. I said it earlier, too, that I'm really glad that you two finally had that conversation, because I know that it's better for you to get that kind of stuff off your chest than just sit back and think about it from time to time.
Skeezy Whitefish needs a sub. When are you getting the .com? Twitch has suspended my other account. Done giving them money. Oh, shit. Well, we're not going to do the .com unless this goes away. I actually, if this is controversial, I'm sorry. I love Twitch. I love how easy it is to use.
Twitch is great.
I love how supportive they are. I love how supportive the other creators are and how they say, hey, I'll follow you, you follow me. It's fucking cool. It's so much better than radio. I love it. I'm so at peace with this shit. So Skeezy Whitefish, hang in there. We'll get you a sub. Don't be an asshole in chats and say fucked up shit that's going to get you banned. Know what the rules are. Here's what I'll tell you for my show, what we do. Know what the rules are. Do a show that's within the rules, but also edgy like we like to do. Find the spots where they let you get away with shit and do that stuff. And then the stuff they don't let you get away with, don't do that stuff. You can still do an edgy, fun show on Twitch. You just got to stay away from certain things. And hey, as long as they're providing the platform, I got to play by the rules. I have no problem with that. Inbred Sister Banger says, I brought my wife to your comedy show once. She wasn't familiar with any of it, but she thought Aaron was much funnier than Adrian. Well, that's subjective. I appreciate that. Still wish Adrian the best, but hate someone turning their back on a buddy. Well, in fairness, he claims we were never buddies, so... Yeah, you guys have every right to feel this way. He clearly finds friendship disposable if he isn't benefiting from said friendship. Shitty way to go through
I would really like to comment on that, too. I, through this whole thing, except for maybe a passing comment here of my disappointment for not necessarily standing up for Aaron and what he said to the Iowa station or anything, but just standing up for him as a friend, you know? Like, I know the man, whatever.
Travis, hold for 1 second while April finishes that thought.
What was that guy? Oh, friendship's disposable. So basically he threw away Aaron in the Steel Toe show after this whole thing went down, you know, but not only did he just do that, like for me, I feel slighted too, because we'd been friends, as I said, for years, and he quit talking to me ever since this thing happened. I used to be the first one, or he used to be one of the first ones to even say happy birthday to me. Dude hasn't said a word to me, unfriended me from everything just because I'm with Aaron. And we'd had what I thought was a really good friendship up until probably January and April of last year.
Travis, what's going on, buddy?
Hi. Did you ever think maybe Adrian didn't think you guys were friends and maybe a little bit more, like maybe on the level of lovers or something like that?
Oh, like maybe I should have been gay for him?
Possibly.
Wow, I never did think about that. Maybe that's why he never called. He was worried that we were lovers and that I was scorned.
Maybe he's really offended.
You know what?
Maybe he's really offended at that. He feels bad.
Buddy, I got to think about that one. Yeah, maybe you have something there.
All right.
All right, good night.
Have a good one.
Yep.
Disposable friendships was a good point, though, because that's exactly what happened to both of us.
Coming up next week, the disposable Kodak friendship. Wind it up, take your picture, and then dispose of it forever. You guys have every right to feel this way. Oh, I'm sorry. I just read that one. I don't know who the guy is, but I don't like him because he made April cry. That's from Ken FC.
It is silly because it really does hurt. You spend years thinking you're like this with somebody, supporting the shit out of that person, talking about him to everybody in your life about how great of a man you are and stuff, and then not only to watch what he did to me that you guys don't all know about, and then watching him just throw Aaron and his show away in the trash like they were never nothing after all the stuff I've witnessed of those two together was just honestly the most blindsiding thing ever. Disgusting.
I didn't know Denzel Washington was such a bad dude. Denzel is fine. We were never friends either, though. Laura says, wow, good for you guys taking the high road on this. It feels good. It's a change of pace for me. I'm staying disciplined here. Stacks, I've been streaming for over 3 years on Mixer and now here on Twitch. Over that time, I've met hundreds in person at events and thousands online. I can honestly say out of all those, there were only a couple who were true and real. Everyone else is either clout chasing or using you in some way. Sucks to say it like that. It's just the way it is. Stacks, by the way, promote your shit. Put a plug in. No problem. I will say this, that maybe we're just lucky to have the audience we have, but every audience member I've ever met has always been real and good and nice and awesome.
On that same note of that guy's comment, I'd like to say that Aaron, and I've had plenty of time to witness this for myself, so he's the kind of guy where I've never sat back and thought, oh, but that sounds kind of like you're using this other dude or something. Or he does things out of either the goodness of his heart, or he tends to see people. He never thinks to think anything bad of somebody, is what I'm trying to say. He thinks the best of anybody until they prove him otherwise. He never takes a second to think that somebody might be using him or maybe doesn't have his best interests at heart. So to watch somebody do the opposite to him is gross.
That's why I say it sucks for me to watch some people think he's this great guy and then think I'm some asshole when I'm like, if one of you had cancer and started a GoFundMe and you had to pick one person who would be there first with a large amount of money or a large amount of people being sent to that thing, you'd probably guess wrong. If you were that kind of person.
If something had happened to him, we touched on this earlier, I know for a fact you'd be one of the first people to call and see if he was okay. You'd be one of the first people to stand up for him. Maybe not now, but you would have been.
Trucker AA says, yeah, but answer that question. Where did you go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere. 100 bits from Thomer Gomer. Thank you very much. Why don't we try to go down? Oh, my God. Holy shit, guys. I'm way far behind. Let's go up about right here. And then we'll start. Don't cry, April. You got Aaron. That's all that matters. That's Consilver.
Very true.
Consilver Ninja Candy, please get a sub.
Very true.
Adrian, if you're listening, what the actual fuck? That's from Lemmy Live. Kyrock says, personally, if someone did that to my girl, I would say fuck him and his shows. F.U. Aaron needs a sub. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Are you human? Yeah. I missed a lot tonight for my brand. What? No, for my... So what about this football game? I hope Tampa's winning. I'll tell you that much. I'm going to look it up right now. Saints score. 2020, end of the third quarter.
Ooh.
Come on, Brady. Adrian, is this where you want to be when Jesus comes back? It's fucking funny.
That is funny.
Kajochi writes, thanks for comforting April. It's nice to see you are not as big as a douche as you portray. What did I do?
You reached over to hold my hand.
That's a rumor. I'm just kidding.
Hurt.
Yes, I did. Puck Bunny says he's always had really great things to say about your ex-wife, though, so maybe he just doesn't like some people, and he's allowed to do that. You both trash people until it's you. What? Trash me all the time. I read audience members trashing me.
The thing is that back when I was with somebody else I was with somebody for almost the entire time I knew him, had all the great things to say about him, too, and stuff, but I'm sure they don't talk at all anymore. I'm sure he threw him away as a friend, too.
All right, one more. But watch this. I'm going to Don Draper.
You want me to go get some more ice?
No. I'm going to Don Draper this one.
Okay.
We're just going to splash a little. Oh, by the way, Calumet Farm. Not paying me. I just love the shit. Calumet Farms. Let's go to the phones quickly. I'm falling so far behind.
Aaron the Nutless Wonder Boy.
Aaron the Nutless Wonder Boy. What's going on?
God, it's so fucking coupley up in here. Fucking embarrassing.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks.
He's right. God, that is smooth. Have you drank any of this by itself?
Not yet.
The way God intended it? Yeah, it's fucking smooth, man. Puck Bunny says, I'm sorry. I just read that one. Skeezy Whitefish says, speaking of support, can a tow boy get a sub? Somebody get Skeezy Whitefish. Rusty Grammar says, 25 bits. Here's a quarter. Call someone who cares. New boot goofing, he says. Father Guido Sarducci needs a sub. Adrian can't say he is self-made when a large part of the town he lives in doesn't even know who he is. Well, that's not fair. You could say the same about me.
That's true.
I mean, radio's dying. I just had the biggest audience on the radio. You could probably ask 10 people, Steel Toe Morning Show, and I bet you at least 5 would say, huh? That's fair. I don't think so. I don't think that's out there. What happened? Anna's ungrateful. It's a Long way to backtrack, my dear. Divine Authority needs a sub. It's a shit feeling. I got shit on by a longtime friend as well. Still bugs me to this day. What did Aaron do to April now? You guys are great. Don't worry about it. April, don't be sad.
Do you know how many times I've thanked God or whoever's looking out for all of us up there that you came back after that Friday show where he told you to go fuck off and never talk to me again, essentially?
And you came upon me wave on wave. You know what it was?
And somehow we were both still friends with him after that bullshit, too.
I don't think we really got it. I think that phone call today really solidified all of it. Like, it made us really get it. Raz of Chaz, have you ever seen... Probably don't read that one. That could hurt
don't read Matt's picture horse either.
That could hurt other people. I'm not here to hurt other people. Innocent people. Adrian is obviously in it for himself. Yeah, P.A. Cheddar doesn't even know. 5 minutes, he knows. No, I think he's more business, but you also have a good cooperation. You became friends. We weren't. He told me today we were never friends, which shocked the fucking shit out of me, I'll be honest. Camo Girl says, if he wasn't friends, why would he want to be a part of the morning show? He said clearly on the phone today, he said, I was only on the show to promote my comedy stuff.
Yeah, he did say that several times.
But then when he's in the St. Cloud Times, he doesn't give the Steel Toe Morning Show credit for his comedy stuff. But it was good enough for him to use it in his words.
See, he didn't do that because there he's got the paper doing the work for him. He didn't need you as the middleman to get his comedy out there. He had the paper. He doesn't need to mention you.
I guess. Nobody reads the paper. You think radio's dead. Fuck.
Right.
A newspaper. It's obvious he likes April. He has pissed you two are together. I don't know him, and it's obvious.
It was very weird. Very weird.
Raz of Chaz, brilliant. Next t-shirt, we were never friends.
I like it.
That might be, you want to get on that one tonight?
Raz of Chaz, you are really golden tonight. I like all of your comments pretty much.
I'm going to call John.
Save one.
I'm going to call Johnny right now and tell him he's got to carry the show tomorrow because I'm drinking bourbon. Actually, he's probably...
I'm half of mine to call in tomorrow.
Oh, shit! Shake that ass, girl!
I don't know if I'm impressed or shocked that you know that song.
It's only from Knocked Up. Last in ratings says, keep the loyal ones around only, please. No more cancel BS. We got your back no matter the platform. Everybody I got's loyal.
Yes, how thankful
Oz
are
is
you?
so fucking loyal that he threaded a really difficult needle just to be here on Tuesdays.
And how thankful are you to not have somebody like that on your show that's just using your show for publicity?
It would have been dirtier because it would be in my home.
Oh, my God.
Oh, by the way, he refused to ever do the garage shows.
Yeah, for some reason, which we had a lot of fun there, by the way. That was weird.
I'm going to call Matt right now and tell him that Adrian never wanted to do broadcasts in his garage. I'm getting a little tipsy now. This is not trashing. This is just me being a silly goose. How do I get to Matt's goddamn phone number?
I would love to hear from Matt right now.
I suppose.
I hope he's listening.
Would you let the Savage Thoughts guys do a show in here?
Yeah, as long as there's no fireworks.
Are you sure you'd let them do a show in here?
Yes, I like Matt. I like Matt a lot.
I love Matt.
Matt and Patrick.
Matt
I don't know the
saved
other guy.
this show.
But he works for a company, Midland Armory. I don't know his name.
Derek.
Yo.
What's going on, buddy? You watching the show tonight?
I am not. I just got home from work a little bit ago, so
you
Work
might
on a Sunday?
You might want to check this one out. Anyway,
we missed you, bud.
So we were just talking about how I just use people and everything else, and I just wanted to let you know, April and I are talking. We want the Savage Thoughts guys to do a show here one night, if it's possible.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we can arrange that, yeah.
The other thing we wanted to mention, we are taking the high road with Adrian. We're just telling people what he said in the phone call to me, which was really shitty and fucking hurtful. Apparently, we were never friends, and he was only on the radio show to promote comedy. It's kind of a dishonest...
Oh, boy, did he really make it sound like you were friends when he was on the radio show all the time?
Didn't he?
Right?
Comedy show.
Hey, Matt, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Did Adrian ever want to be a part of the shows that took place in your garage?
No.
Never. He never once
Not
wanted
once.
to be in that. I think he looked down upon it a little bit.
It's too dirty for him, if I recall.
By the way, I'm subscribed to your channel. I will, even though it was gifted to me, I will continue that subscription. I forgot you were affiliated. I forgot to subscribe. I will be doing that
subscribed the first
regularly.
Night. First show you guys had when you're monetized, I subscribed, and I just wanted a chance right here to say congratulations.
We have been doing very well. I hope it continues.
got to get Patrick to not do the stupid human stunts of eating spicy hot shit.
So hey,
not fun.
Let me tell you this.
What?
Fucking us really hard in the ass ended up working out for both of us.
Yes, it really did. Isn't that funny how that works out?
I'm glad it all worked out. It was all supposed to. It's good.
Yeah, it didn't seem good at the time, but it worked out.
Right. It's a bump in the road. It builds character.
Yeah.
You got a story.
Hey, you'll appreciate the Anthony Cumia line I used today.
Ooh.
You remember the Greg Shells episode? I watch that still probably 5-6 times a year. Okay, the Greg Shells episode. Remember when he said he prefers to have these conversations with longtime partners like Opie on air because there's less of a chance for people to pull bullshit?
Yeah, yep.
I used that line tonight because Adrian talked to me privately today, and thank God April heard the conversation because some bullshit was pulled, my friend. And I think the audience, my point was, I think after 6 years, the audience deserves to hear that conversation.
Yes.
Yeah?
So I'm helping them.
I would agree.
All right. Well, thank you, buddy. And talk to Patrick and Derek, who is a fine sponsor of this program with Midland Armory, midlandarmory.com. And find a Thursday where you guys can come into our studio and do your show from your channel, of course.
Yes.
You're allowed to use ours, but I'm sure you want to use yours now.
Oh, hell yeah, we do. We're doing it. The support has been overwhelming on ours. It's amazing.
And
there's a great community going on with the shows that are all affiliated with.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you as the base, like it's all here because of what you've got going on, and I'll never deny that ever.
I want
grabbed onto your coattails, and I'm fucking hanging on.
I want everyone to know that from now on, I want my nickname to be the Base.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, I think
Aaron the Base Imholt.
Aaron the Base. No. I'm sorry. The Base. Aaron Imholt.
The Base. Yeah.
Oh.
I want it to be a prefix.
Okay.
I think Aaron and I both miss you quite a lot, so figure it out. Get here on a Thursday.
That was gay.
We're both drinking bourbon. We miss you.
That was gay as fuck.
He called you because he misses you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
All right, you're killing our.
Your pronouns? Fuck you.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye.
What?
I said talk to you later.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. That was Matt. I like to just abruptly hang up on people so they don't feel too loved. Head Flamingo in charge, gifting 2 tier 1 subs. Someone saying read faster. Silver Ninja getting a tier 1 sub. 200 bits from Kyrox. Hey Everett. Is Adrian banned from all Steel Toe shows or just this particular channel? He's not banned from anything. I don't ban anybody.
You can buy tickets if you'd like.
Fucking beautiful. God, she's great. I fucked the shit out of her. I'm drinking too much. I used to respect Adrian, not anymore, says Mikey Two Mucks. Not even tiny bit. It's a Lewis line.
Tiny bit?
Lewis Imholt making an appearance in the show today. Tiny bit.
He's a little stud muffin, you know that.
Anna is ungrateful, says, can Stone Cold cut a promo on Adrian? Stone Cold cuts a promo on Adrian the minute the next hype train starts.
Okay.
All right. Each level, a different wrestler cuts a promo on Adrian.
Perfect.
It's going to be a high road promo, but still.
I'm very excited.
1,000 bits from Dank. Thank you. 100 from Red Fox Mad. 100 from No Name Just Game.
Some people were trying to get one started.
Pip gifting a tier 1, subscribing at tier 1. Thank you. So much chat.
Gee.
Upstate Redneck. Oh, Mikey Two Milks wants in.
Call from.
It's Mikey.
Okay.
To accept, press 1.
Hold on. Wireless caller in Little Falls. Just hold on a second. Call back later. I had to reject you. Mikey, what's going on?
Listen, bud, I think you need to send a thank you card to Tori and to Heather. If it weren't for them and their bullshit, they never would have exposed Adrian for the piece of shit that he is. Snake in the grass.
That's some black on black crime, Tori.
Oh, I love this guy. I love this guy.
Tori, that's some black on black crime.
Is this Mikey Two Milks?
It is Mikey Two Milks.
Oh,
Mikey, you sat you sat with Adrian at a comedy show once. I thought he and I seemed pretty friendly.
Didn't you?
Yeah, he even said hi to me. I mean, how fake is that? Nobody says hi to me.
That's true. Well, you're very antisocial.
I think we both like you now.
I try.
All right. Thank you, Mikey.
All right, good night.
All right. 100 bits. Doc Holliday didn't have a lot of friends either. People love that new Doc Holliday
I love Doc Holliday.
emote. They've been using that quite a bit. Tiny bit. Let's go. I want to catch up
forever?
with for forever. I want to catch up with bits and subs. Toe Girls Lace Up, 100 bits. I don't like sad April tears, only happy tears, please. 200 bits from Anna's Juicy Ass. Bubba Army, welcome to the show, Bubba Army. Oh, very nice. You know, of all the shitty things Adrian has said, I don't think he'd watch this and see himself as the bad guy. He'd look at it and say, why are they trashing me? And honestly, if I was trashing you, this show would have been a lot worse. I think, if anything, I've just expressed that I've been hurt. And like the Joker, I just wanted a phone call.
Just wanted my phone call.
And the only time he called me is after a bunch of our listeners went, he's been saying a lot of shit about you not calling him.
Yes.
And then when I call him out on it on the phone, he repeats what I just said back to him like it's a counterpoint. I'm like, fuckhead, that's what I said. Big Earn, 100 bits, such a great show. Well done. I'm half drunk for it. DeLorean says 100 bits only because I like wrestling. Bobby Wedge with 100 bits. 5 more people give 100 bits in the next 5 minutes. And we've got ourselves a hype train that will be a different wrestler each hype train, complete with their music, cutting a promo on Adrian.
Look at that bottom comment.
No, the Saints did not win. It's not over. Fuck off. I guarantee you it's not.
Is she trolling us?
Anna is ungrateful as trolling. Let's take a look. It's $23.20 bucks.
You're funny.
With 9:52 left in the fourth quarter.
From
Trucker, eh?
Hey, trucker, I heard you sold some steers. Oh, we got a hype train. Make it quick. I got to be stone cold.
Hey, I just got one simple question.
Yeah.
How do you know Matt?
He's been a fan of the show, and then he helped us out with his studio and everything else.
Fucking awesome. Talk to you later.
Later, buddy.
See ya.
That's Trucker AA. All right. Stone Cold has to cut a promo on Adrian.
Do you want me to grab some more ice?
No, are you ready for you got a role to play?
Oh, I got what?
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's a terrible disease. Woman having asshole tearing.
No, asshole tremors.
Scenarios.
I like tremors.
That's what's disease. Wow, thank you, Sprang. I can't even keep up with everyone. Stone Cold's got to cut a promo. We're 93% of the way through level 1. We got to go Dusty Rhodes in level 2. Well, listen here, you piece of trash.
What?
I got Adrian Washington.
What?
Saying that he wasn't really friends with Aaron.
What?
Well, I can tell you one thing.
What?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
The Texas Rattlesnake.
What?
The baddest son of a bitch on the planet.
What?
Thought that Aaron and Adrian were friends.
What?
They would talk.
What?
They would laugh.
What?
They would joke.
What?
They would count money together.
What?
They'd look in each other's eyes.
What?
Sometimes a little too long.
What?
They'd lean in together.
What?
Sometimes they'd almost kiss.
What?
I wanted to take the backs of their heads.
What?
Push them together.
What?
Make them kiss.
What?
Because I saw the love.
What?
The lust.
No.
The man love.
What?
The sweat.
What?
The erections.
What?
The jizz.
What?
The cum.
What?
The blowjobs.
What?
The anal tearing.
What?
The stitches.
What?
That was only when Adrian was on top.
What?
Because his butthole would hurt.
What?
And Adrian's dick would hurt too much. He was too aggressive.
What?
He gave it too hard.
What?
Didn't gingerly put it in.
What?
He was a hard lover.
What?
If y'all want to see Adrian Washington, Peg Aaron Imholt, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You're goddamn right. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Oh, my God.
Oh.
That was Stone Cold cutting a promo.
God, you are sexy.
Oh, thank you. Now we're at level 2 of the hype train. So now Dusty Rhodes has to come in and cut a promo on Adrian and Aaron's falling out. Of course, if we get to level 3, Scott Steiner will show up. So bits and subs, 22% of the way through level 2 of the hype train, and 4 minutes left. Long Dong and your girlfriend with 1,000 bits. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the American Dream.
American Dream.
Well, you see, baby, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, always went to steel toe comedy shows, baby. Every time I went to the pay window, daddy, I would get my tickets, if you will, and I would take a front row seat, and I would sit there and boogie, oogie, oogie with the laughs all night long, baby. I would get real funky like a monkey. And the thing about Adrian Washington and Aaron Imholt was that there was always chummy buddy and buddy all night long. I'd watch them drink beers together, baby. I'd watch them drink whiskey together, baby. I watched them drink all kinds of fruity shots that would insinuate that they were a couple of homosexuals, baby. In fact, Aaron and Adrian always seemed like they were about to kiss, baby. It looked real sensual, real nice, real slow, real sexy for the American dream. Dusty Rhodes, I wanted to see it. I was getting half a woody watching those comedy shows, baby. I didn't even want to go to the pay window because I was worried I might miss some beautiful gay sex. Interracial gay sex, if you will. Because I was all about it. But the American dream will never see that happen anymore. Because Adrian Washington had to say some terrible shit. And now I don't get to see interracial gay sex, baby. If you will. Oh, man. Poor American dream.
I'm not going to work tomorrow.
He was really hurt by that whole thing. F.U. Aaron gifting 5 Tier 1 subs. Trucker AA with 1,000 subs. Level 3 of the hype train. Who did I say was next? Scott Steiner? Nothing finer or May Weiner than Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner wants to cut a promo.
We're going to have to do it again after this show.
On Adrian and Aaron's falling out. I think this is about as high road as it gets, right?
It is. It really is.
I'm even making myself the bottom.
You're a power bottom, babe.
Oh, I'm a party bottom. All right, let's go ahead. Scott Steiner wants to weigh in on the Aaron and Adrian thing. Oh, shit. Bad production.
Holler! If you hear me!
Ever see a drunk guy put on chainmail? Well, you know, I've been through a lot of things. WCW, WWF. I've been through TNA. I've been through AEW. And I've never seen anything that had the level of commitment that Aaron and Adrian had to each other. You see, most guys, when they get together to do a show, they got a 50% chance of staying together. But when I saw Aaron and Adrian, I knew that there was a 25.5% extra chance that they would make it work. You got 75.5% chance of making the show go and keeping it together. But then you add in the fact that they would look at each other like a couple of gays, and I thought that's an extra 40% that they really liked each other. So that makes it 115.5% chance that these two were not only going to have a great show, but then on top of the great show that they were going to have, they had about a 90% chance of ending up somebody sticking something in the other one's ass. And you take the average two guys together, got about 25% chance of putting something in each other's butthole, and then you take the 90% chance that these two had of putting something in each other's butthole, and again, you got a 115% chance of somebody getting sodomized at a steel toe show. And if you would have said to me that Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, the big bad booty daddy, if you would have told me that Adrian would call Aaron, and Aaron would call him out on his bullshit, and Adrian would respond by saying we weren't friends, well, I'd say that they now have only 25% chance of having gay sex, and that's only because of anger, hatred, revenge sex, and Adrian maybe raping him. And that's Big Papa Pump is your gay odds hookup. Holler if you hear me.
Oh, your head.
Oh, no.
Oh,
You never want to see that happen.
Your hair.
Is it bad? Chainmail will do that to a girl. Oh, boy. Look at that. I got to get my glasses back on. Did they go to level 4? Because Jesse Ventura's next at level 4.
Nope.
Oh, boy. 100 bits from Von Kaiser. 200 bits from Head Flaminga in charge. 40% of the way through level 3. If we get to level 4, we'll do Jesse Ventura. And Hulk Hogan will do it for level 5.
I like that. Does Bubba Army love or hate Hulk Hogan?
I think they love him. I think Bubba still likes Hulk.
Well, yeah.
You gotta like him if you let him fuck your wife, right? And I hear that Bubba he makes fun of it, so it's fine. April tells the audience, hope you're not going to work tomorrow. Redbeard with 155 bits. Need Jesse's take on this matter. Well, we're 43% of the way through level 3 with a minute left, guys, so we need a lot of bits and a lot of subs in a short amount of time to have Jesse Ventura take this thing to the next level. Tobler with 100 bits. Ricky with 100 bits. 100 bits from Red Fox Mad. That was awesome. Thank you, buddy. 48% of the way through level 3. 40 seconds left. 200 bits from DeLorean says, here comes the body. 52% of the way through level 3. 35 seconds left. Who's got bits and subs?
Where's the sub goal at? Check.
Mike, check. 100 bits from Teriyaki Bukkake Oven. 100 bits from Kyrox. 56% of the way there. 20 seconds left. It's going to need thousands or 5 or 10 subs gifted Head Flaminga in charge with 200 bits, 15 seconds left, 60% of the way there. Will Jesse get to weigh in on this whole thing? 100 bits from Kyrox, 10 seconds left, 61% of the way through level 3. Oh.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, thank you so much. If a late one comes in, we'll take it. We were probably about 1,500 bits or like 5 gifted subs away.
I'd have to say those are some of my favorite promos. They were fun.
Those were some good goddamn promos. I will tell you that. Housebird says, keep supporting. Well, you can by subscribing. The Great Crundle with 100 bits. Wicked Pissa Show. I love those Wicked Pissa guys. They're very cool. 100 bits from them. So what's the ridiculous bit race look like? I'll give you guys, we'll update on that once the Hype Train stuff is done running here on the chat. Oh, I got to drink this Calumet Farms like Don Draper more often.
I know. It is good. I took a drink here.
That shit straight is really good. I might not even put ice in that.
Over here, like the ice all melted, it's getting rough.
Oof.
I got to drink it like yours.
Oh, that is some good shit. All right, guys, this has been a very fun show. People didn't think this would be a fun show. It's been a lot of fun. I've accomplished one goal, and that is letting people know that the guy he pretends to be and the guy he was to me are definitely two different people. You know what? I won't say, I take that back. Not the guy he pretends to be. The guy he is in public and the guy he was to me are two different people.
I got fooled too.
Yeah. So, I mean, if he thought this was just going to be a show where we trashed our former second mic up and down, we didn't do that. We pulled, if you want to get really dirty, we pulled a shitload of punches that we've still got and hopefully will never, ever use. I don't want to use them. But we took the high road on this, for sure.
I think it was good that you and I had a few hours to think about this, too, and calm down before we did a show. I think this has been good.
Teriyaki Bukkake Oven, by the way, just got the dream sheets on my bed. It's amazing. Man, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad people like all that MyPillow stuff. MyPillow's got a lot of great deals right now. You can go to the radio specials page and just use the promo code SteelToe. Promo code SteelToe to use these specials. There you go. Yes! I hear that Tampa just scored. That means that Tampa's up by 10. Saints score. 4 minutes and 57 seconds left, and Tampa's up 30-20. Brady, I think for the first time ever in the playoffs, we're getting Brady Rodgers.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? Brady goes to the Super Bowl again.
Okay, now check this. Well, wait a minute. You ready for some weird shit? If Mahomes isn't back from his concussion Sunday, the Bills could be in the Super Bowl. They went 4 times in a row in the 90s, and they lost all 4. If Brady goes with the Bucs at 43 years old, goes to the Super Bowl, and he plays the poor Buffalo Bills, who do you root for?
I mean, that's such a hard question. I got so sick of seeing the Patriots in the Super Bowl and stuff.
Be cool to see him win one without Belichick.
But it'd be very, very cool to see Tom Brady win without Belichick. I think I'd root for him.
What about the lovable losers in Buffalo?
I know.
Wouldn't you like to see Diggs win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, I would.
I'm a Bills guy.
I'm kind of torn up and down on that one.
I'm a Bills guy for 2 reasons. I loved Thurman Thomas as a kid, and I loved Doug Flutie as a kid. And he was Buffalo's quarterbaig for a couple of years. Loved
I
Doug
used
Flutie.
to like rooting for the underdogs, and I always feel like Bills are kind of an underdog.
There's only one bigger underdog, 2 bigger underdogs than the Bills. It's probably the Bengals and the Lions. Yeah. That's about it. Ale Guzzler says, Aaron, how much do you have on that game? I wish, I got to meet a certain bookie and get good with him so I can put some bets on that stuff.
Terry's out here rooting big for Tom Brady. That's my coworker. I know.
Is he really?
I know that's him. I never
Red Fox
seen him
Mad?
in here. Nope. Terry T-Boy.
Oh, Terry T-Boy. Yeah.
Terry's a good guy.
I got to tell you this. I'd root for Buffalo in a Buffalo-Tampa Super Bowl. You know what?
I think it'd be really fun to see the underdog win. How fun is that? I love that.
But at 43, can you really call Tom Brady not an underdog? I mean, at 43 years old, you're kind of an underdog.
Here's my thing, though. He's had so many wins. It'd
kind of
be
cool
nice
to watch
see
him get
somebody
7.
upset that.
7, though? 7's fucking insane.
I don't know. I'm torn. Usually when my team isn't in the race, I root for the underdog.
And by the way, I don't hate. I think the reason I don't hate Diggs is because when they traded him, I was happy because we got so many draft picks for him. And Jefferson has been a fucking stud. I wish nothing but the best for Diggsy. I hope he wins. I do.
Diggsy, huh?
I hope Diggsy wins the whole thing.
Gearsies, it's
Did
Diggsy
you
now?
know that I was in the building when Stephon Diggs caught the Minneapolis Miracle?
I did know that. I know where I was. I was in my apartment screaming. I was screaming up and down on my TV a second before that when we were like shit in the bed and stuff. And then I was screaming at it because he got it.
I missed the throw and catch.
No, you didn't.
Listen, I'll tell you why.
Come on.
Because I had my head down like this, and I literally said, I don't think I said it out loud. It was too loud. But in my mind, I said, how many? Because we were winning that game for 59 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I put my head in my hands, and I literally said to myself, how many times are you going to let them do this to you?
I think.
And then all of a sudden, my dad punches me in the arm and goes, oh! And I look up, and I see Diggs.
Seizure.
I saw Diggs come down. I saw Diggs come down with the ball. I didn't see him physically catch it, but I saw him come down and run. Because what I thought was, maybe I did see him catch it, because I do remember thinking in my head, fucking get out of bounds, get out of bounds. And then when that guy crashed into the other guy, I was like,
I know. We were also hammered watching this damn game too, and then to see like we were shit in the bed, and then all of a sudden Diggs comes out with it. I actually have that on our wall behind this thing right here by all these doors.
Did you know Friday was Did you know Friday was the 3rd anniversary of that game?
No.
Friday was the anniversary number 3.
I remember that day very well. I was quite literally jumping up and down, screaming at my TV.
Oh wow! New Orleans 3rd and 4 at their own 31. 4.5 minutes left in that game. Bucks by 10 right now.
Tough.
Jesus, you guys. We got 20 minutes left in the show. I didn't think the Adrian stuff would take this long. I will say, I had a lot of stories ready for tonight. We have 20 minutes left in the show. I don't know if it's worth going into them. I might as well save them for tomorrow.
Right.
And Johnny, right?
Easy.
Absolutely. Someone just said interception by the Bucks. Oh my God. Should I turn this on Hulu and just turn the sound off? And we can talk about this game. If people want to talk about the game, the numbers have been fucking hysterical tonight. So
you know what I'm getting excited for?
My dick?
Yes.
Okay,
but
fair enough.
McGregor on Saturday.
Yes.
McGregor is almost back.
You know, I love Conor McGregor, but
I love him so much.
I'm not playing the game. I'm not playing the game on my phone. Oh boy. That would have got me in trouble. I have a bad feeling about that McGregor fight.
I do too. I always
Can I tell you why? Can I tell you exactly why I have a bad feeling?
Do well.
I'll tell you exactly why I have a bad feeling about the McGregor fight. Because I've been a boxing fan for so long.
You actually told me why you have a bad feeling.
There's 2 reasons. That's one of them.
Okay.
But 2 reasons. When a boxer gets beat and they're past their prime, which McGregor is, still very good. Kicked the shit out of Donald Cerrone, but then again, everybody's been kicking the shit out of Donald Cerrone.
Yes.
And that was, what, a year ago? He did that?
About a year ago.
So, because it was just before the lockdown. He did that. So, Conor McGregor got beat in a ugly fashion, bad fashion. I mean, he got destroyed by Khabib. And he also came out of his training camp recently and said, his trainer said, he's in the best shape of his life. Anytime I hear a fighter say he's in the best shape of their life, I immediately panic.
Yeah.
Because you never heard Floyd Mayweather say that before a fight. You never heard a prime De La Hoya or even Bernard Hopkins when he was beating people at 49 years old and winning world titles at 50. He never said, I'm in the best shape of my life. When you say I'm in the best shape of my life, that almost sounds like you telling yourself that.
Yes, and I see your side of that. I am kind of super fanning on McGregor a little bit. I love the guy. I fucking love him. And I will shamelessly say I follow him on everything. He looks great right now. He looks great.
Looks and fighting.
I know. He's confident, though. He's really confident.
Let me put it this way.
Andy
Ruiz.
I'm on your side.
Let me say this. Andy Ruiz didn't look great when he beat Anthony Joshua.
I get it. I'm on your side. I've got a bad feeling about it, too, and it's just because I'm so scared that I'm so hyped about the whole thing that there's no way that he comes on top because I'm so hyped about it. There's no way. That's just how I feel, but I hope he beats the pants off him.
Unk7 says, Conor didn't get beat ugly by Khabib. Fucking casual. Yes, he did. Khabib put him on the ground, wrapped him up like a boa constrictor, and cranked his neck until he couldn't take anymore. That was a slow, methodical stretching that Khabib gave McGregor. Never once in that fight, and you're an even bigger Conor fan than I am. Never once in that fight did I feel that Khabib was in danger.
No.
And that entire fight, I felt McGregor was in danger.
Oh, the whole way. You know, you're getting that sinking feeling. You're getting like,
he can't fucking beat this guy.
I don't want to watch it. I don't.
When I watched him back
keep
up,
watching.
When I watched Conor back up and then anchor his feet and fire a left hand straight down the middle on Khabib, and I watched him eat it, I went, fuck. That was his best shot.
That guy can eat like nobody's business.
When I watched Gaethje with those leg kicks against Khabib, and I'm like, fucking Khabib's going to be hurt by those leg kicks. And he just walked him down and wrapped him up, just like McGregor. The guy's unbelievable.
Those damn Russians.
There's only one guy I give a good shot with Khabib. Well, two guys. Two guys I give a good shot with against Khabib. One, if GSP fights him at welterweight. I think because GSP does everything well. GSP can knock you out with his fists. Mm-hmm. GOP can wrestle you to the mat. Or GSP can wrestle to your mat, and GSP can take your back and choke you out like he did to Michael Bisping. Or, I think Gilbert Burns, if Khabib had to move up to welterweight, I think Gilbert Burns could beat him. Gilbert Burns can be fighting Kamaru Usman in March, and Stipe is going to be fighting Ngannou in March on that same card. Yes. April and I will be rooting for separate people in that fight.
Yep.
I'm a Stipe guy.
Here's my take on that one, too. I know you're Stipe all the way, but I'm over here. I've liked Ngannou since I saw him the first time. I already forget whatever the first match was I saw him in, but I liked him since I've seen him the first time.
Is Stipe the greatest of all time if he the greatest heavyweight of all time if he beats Ngannou?
And what I was going to say, I'm rooting for Ngannou the whole time. I don't think he's going to win. I think Stipe gets it.
Can we please get Derek Lewis a shot at Stipe if he beats Ngannou? Actually, he should get a shot in Ngannou if Ngannou wins, because Derek Lewis has already beaten Ngannou once. He should get another shot. My whole life would be complete if Derek Lewis would win the UFC heavyweight championship. I fucking love that guy so much. He won my heart in that fight in the undercard of Khabib McGregor. Mm-hmm. When the fucking balls is hot interview.
My balls is hot.
My balls is hot. I got I got to work on my cardio. Fuck what you talking about. Title shot. Maybe I'll come on your show and smoke weed with you. He goes, I got a call from the president. He said he's tired of these Russians making us look bad on the news and shit, and I had to knock this motherfucker out. USA in this hole. He's the fucking man.
Another big guy I like too is Rosenstruck, and he just got through. He just got thrown onto another march. I think it's
but Rosenstruck just got flattened.
I know, and I'm rooting for him. He's fighting a nobody this time. I think this guy's last name is Gain or something like that. I don't know what it is.
Unk says anyone thinking Conor won't clean up Dustin inside 2 rounds is a clown. I'm not saying he's not going to win. I'm not saying he's not going to win. I'm saying I'm worried. That's all.
I think I worry because I love Conor so much, and I'd be so hurt to see him go down again like he did against Khabib. I don't want to see that again.
And Unk insists that Conor didn't get beat ugly. He got beat ugly. Honestly, I'm going to tell you this, guys. I thought Gaethje put up more of a fight. With those leg kicks and all that?
Yeah.
I think Gaethje put up almost as good of a fight as McGregor did.
McGregor, I love everything about him, his attitude, his fuck you. Like, anyone who wears a fuck you suit to an interview, like, I'm with it. I love his style. I love watching him. Everything.
Corey says, Conor wins the rematch all day. Corey, have you been listening to the whole show? I would like Corey to call in and give us his take. Oh, he's calling right now. Look at that.
Nice.
Corey Adam, did you... There we go. Corey, did you hear the whole show tonight?
No, I caught what appeared to be a hype train of talking shit, and then what I can only describe as the most lukewarm to terrible MMA takes I've ever heard from you.
What? Dude, he got worked over pretty bad by Khabib in that first fight.
How can you say... Okay, so check it out. First off, he had a broken foot. He had an infection. He's also one of 2 people ever to win a round against Khabib.
Yeah, but okay, you know what?
That's
true. Canelo won a round against Mayweather. He still got the shit beat out of him.
Without a broken foot, Conor is actually denying the takedown. It wasn't until round 2 that Khabib was able to actually get him down in the position he wanted
Corey's right.
because of the stress on the broken foot.
But did Khabib...
McGregor wins that rematch all day, and also McGregor's undefeated in rematches, and he's going to keep that streak going against Dustin this weekend. round 2. This is going to be the easiest fight ever for Conor. And everybody's talking about, go.
Will you watch this fight with us?
Yeah, if I'm free. I don't know what the... can we swear? Is it the night show?
Yeah, it's the night show.
What am I talking about? Yeah, what do I fucking care? You like how I'm asking, but I'll swear freely on the day show? What
yes.
an asshole I am.
Now that I know Corey thinks he's gonna win, I'm back on it. I want Conor to win in the worst way. I'm scared he's not going to, but now my
no, he is, and I'll tell you why. No matter what tangents they go on with, like, oh, they're a different fighter. There are watershed moments where a fighter knows something. To put it in boxing, because Aaron knows boxing really well, it's like that Fury-Wilder rematch. Fury actually beat Wilder in that 12th round when he got up.
Yes.
From that moment on, Wilder is scared of him. He's in his head. Dustin can tell himself whatever the fuck he wants to. He knows Conor fed him to the canvas in under a round. He knows that.
But my thing about that is, I'm not saying that I'm worried about Conor because of Poirier. I'd be worried about Conor against anyone just because of what I know about combat sports. It doesn't feel right. Rarely do you see a guy come back and have a great run again.
But he already did that. I mean, he already started it with a record-setting knockout of Cerrone. The main thing that I think,
but Cerrone was that guy that they're now. We now found out that Cerrone's that guy they're just feeding to people to get their rep up.
Well, hold on.
Sure, but here's the thing. He also innovated a elbow strike or a shoulder strike that nobody had ever seen for damage before. He made a move that people are training now. But more importantly, and this I think is getting overlooked the most. Not only did that happen, and he's coming off the momentum. I'm a huge Conor fan. He's one of my favorites ever. Like, I think he's so good for the sport. But the reality that nobody's talking about in this, and I just feel like this is the thing that's really crucial, is that because of COVID, instead of having a training camp, he had a training year. He had an entire year to get himself right. And Kavanaugh said publicly that if Conor wasn't right, he was going to walk. The fact that Kavanaugh's there, the fact they moved everything over to Portugal where nobody could distract him, like Conor's back. This is going to be vintage Conor, and he's going to roll through Poirier. And then it's just Gaethje, who I think Gaethje, like, Conor is a nightmare matchup for Gaethje because of his counterpunching. And then when Conor gets that belt, that's how you get Khabib out. Because Khabib is only ever fighting again if it's for the belt against Conor or it's against GSP.
I think
does GSP beat him at 170?
I don't think he does anymore.
Really? It's only been 2.5 years since he beat Bisping.
Well, but he beat an old Bisping that was blind out of one eye. And that Bisping also technically lost to Anderson Silva and shouldn't have really been there. But whatever. It's not like Bisping was this. Bisping turned around and lost to Gastelum, who's the most overrated MMA practitioner maybe ever.
Now, you said you tuned in and there was a hype train. We weren't trashing Adrian on the hype train. That was kind of a fun thing. We really high-roaded it tonight. I think if you went back and watched the stories, especially the one that made April cry, and then the phone call tonight, I think you'll see that we definitely were a little more hurt by the things he said than we were upset.
Seeing as this is only a 2-hour show, I think this one's worth listening to.
We should start keeping a tally of what doesn't make April cry. It seems like it'd be a shorter list.
You know why I cry, though? I cry because, I don't know. I guess I'm really honest about all my feelings, just like Aaron. So if something really hurts, it fucking hurts. Something makes me happy, I'm happy. It's not fake shit. It's just not.
I will say this.
I don't know.
I do think Conor beats Poirier, and I think he beats him handily. I'm just saying there's a weird fight feeling I get in the back of my head. Here's why. I've been a big Tyson fan my whole life. How many times do we keep hearing Mike's back, Mike's found the streets, only to watch him get the living shit kicked out of him? So I get worried when I start hearing that shit.
The difference with this to me is that McGregor, like no matter what you think about McGregor, no matter, like, I'm a huge McGregor fan, and the McGregor that showed up to Khabib's fight, that wasn't McGregor. One, he had a broken foot, but two, like, getting that rich off that Mayweather fight damaged him mentally.
Well, that's what I'm worried about, because it's not like he's not rich anymore.
But he's on track now. Like, Kavanaugh actually Kavanaugh walking away is what grounded him. And the fact that Kavanaugh is there all year through the training camp tells you everything you need to know. Because John Kavanaugh doesn't give a fuck. Like, he will tell Conor, like, I'm out. Like, he'll tell him that. He did before.
All right. Well, man, we will see you on Wednesday and Thursday, and then maybe on Saturday as well. Maybe
Tuesday night.
Oh, and Tuesday night. And maybe if we drink enough during the McGregor fight, we do some kind of after thing.
That'd be fun.
I don't know.
Raleigh.
Oh, that's right. No, never mind. The bars are open. We just go to Raleigh's.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Corey.
Got to support. Yep, later. Bye.
Bye.
Good night, sir.
Corey Adam checking in. P.H. Etter says, oh, my God, with the broken foot, he knew it was broke and still fought. You know, I'm weary of fighters who make excuses after fights. Manny Pacquiao with his shoulder thing.
I don't know that that's an excuse
with the
if your foot
Mayweather
was
thing.
broken.
Yeah,
I think an excuse is Wilder walking in and saying his suit wore him down because it was 40 pounds or something.
Yeah.
That's an excuse.
Yeah.
Broken foot's not an excuse.
Oh, that's right. Bars close at 10.
Shit.
Fuck.
Oh, no. Maybe Raleigh will slip us a
Didge in our
Didge.
butthole. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of the show tonight? I know once we ended the gossip, that everyone was like, you know what? They're talking about MMA. They're talking about football.
Yep.
We're just here to listen to the goss.
Didn't get to any of the stuff I was worried about. Nothing.
Oh, April is worried.
We don't have time. We do, actually. It's so simple and stupid.
5 minutes.
So simple and
Give
stupid.
me 5 minutes of your time.
Come on.
We'll be good. Where are we on subs as we end the night here tonight? 4032. All right, so we're over 4,000. That's great. I don't know, like 30 more gets us 100 subs for the show. So that's always fun.
That would be
If
fun.
you want to subscribe to the show, if you're not already subscribed, you want to gift subs, whatever. Corey's right. They have medical records for their injuries. That's true. All right. April. So we have a prize. I'm a little drunk. We have a prize thing going on. And people wanted the bit race because the bit race ends tonight. $26,250 for Aaron the Nutless Wonder Boy. He's going to win a set of Giza Dream Sheets from MyPillow. Informal Warfare 7878. He will get a MyPillow Premium from MyPillow. And Curly Adam with 7,400. He will get a $50. He's getting $50 to Stoney's Bar in Rockville. Curly Adam. Mutant at table 9, unless Mutant at table 9 at 6,300, Poogie at 6,000, and No Rona here at 5,100. Make a move. Anyone over 5,000 subs gets a free visit to the show, and Aaron the Nutless Wonder Boy will receive unlimited visits to the show in one night. A second mic he asked for tonight. We got behind with the kids and everything else. The house is a wreck, so we allowed him to pick a different date. We're going to send him a hoodie and the whole deal, make it right. Hulkamasha Baby also with 100 gifted subs. That will mean that he gets unlimited visits and a night, a day as a second mic. Lots of fun. Are you buying the copyright to Rockin' 101? Yes, we are working on that right now. So, speaking of the prizes, April is a little nervous about people coming to the house. She's worried that someone might be a little fucked up, a little unstable, whatever. And I told her, look, if the listeners are very generous, there's prizes I want to give them. This is the easiest one I can think of. I like this. She's worried about people coming into the house, so on and so forth. We had a little something about it today. I tried to reassure her. Why don't you go ahead and make your case to the audience in 2 minutes, and then we'll get their opinion.
Well, it's really simple, honestly, before you have any chance to put words in my mouth.
It's something else.
We're not very private people, as you've noticed, so we have a show, whatever. I can appreciate some semblance of privacy. There's a difference between, I guess, inviting friends over to the house and then inviting a bunch of people we don't know over to the house. And I'm sure that, okay, before you say anything, I think by all means we should be giving fantastic prizes to these very generous people.
Call them gorgeous.
Gorgeous, generous people. I fully believe that you guys need to be, I don't know, compensated. You need prizes. You really do. You're the most supportive audience there ever is. It makes me nervous on occasion because I've trusted people before that I shouldn't have, and I got burned for it. It makes me slightly uncomfortable, I guess, having strangers over to the house and knowing where we live. And I didn't mention this to you earlier. A lot of that stems just from past things that I've had in my own life, but somebody planted nails and screws behind our camper and where our kids play this summer. So part of me doesn't enjoy knowing that all these people know where we live.
So therefore,
that is the only thing I said. And before he has a chance to say anything else, I'm so thankful for you guys. You guys do deserve chances to come in and see this show. It's not that. I'm on board. I'm a team player. I trust Aaron, and I trust that whoever is coming into our home does it for the intentions of just they supported the show and they love us. That's all it is.
Wicked Pissa Show says, I'm on April's side. Home is sacred. Red Fox
Yes,
Mad. I respect
thank
April's
you.
thoughts
It's
on the guest in the
sacred.
house.
This is
Gemini
our
says,
home.
I wouldn't worry about it. I get it, but so many people are not as crazy as you think. Corey Adams says, hey guys, Venmo me for Aaron and April's home address. Top donation gets it. very funny. I'm on April's side. I'm a crazy son of a bitch. Stop inviting people to your residence.
This doesn't make me feel better.
These people are giving hundreds of dollars. Though.
Yes.
These aren't just
Do
crazy
you know
psychos
that
off the street.
drug dealers have hundreds of dollars too, and they're not sane people. Always, not always.
You're going to make Corey mad. You're going to now cock-block drug dealers from coming here?
I love Corey. Like I said.
Here's what I said, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong on this.
People are agreeing with me.
Listen, calm down. I'm not going to allow anyone to visit on Friday mornings or for night shows that April's on.
Here's my
wait.
Yeah, you can say
because
your part,
then if
I'll say
anyone
mine.
does something fucked up and we got to stop this giveaway and stop this whole thing, at least April won't be here when
that is honestly the most pussy excuse I think you could have said.
I'm trying to help.
If you think I would feel any better that something happened in my home when I wasn't here, you're insane. I would leave work instantly. I'd rather be here if something bad happened, God forbid. My whole take on it is our home
I do
is
check these.
our
I
home.
check these people out.
And in the beginning, like I said, slippery slope, you did say that if we're not personally friends with people, that we would do a show in the garage, and that has now since gone away. Okay?
I'm not going back to the garage.
I know that. That's what I said. Slippery slope. Now we're just allowing anybody in here. And I agree. If you guys are donating, you're wonderful people, whatever. It just makes me uncomfortable knowing that strangers know where we live, especially after what happened this summer. I don't appreciate things like that, and it makes me nervous.
And I will say
I like some privacy. I really do.
I hear you. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will tell you this. I'm a little too buzzed to continue the show. So
I think that was okay to cover that.
And it is 9 o'clock. No, it's fine. I don't want people to think I'm ending the show because April said that. I'm ending the show because I'm a little too drunk to argue.
No, I don't think we needed to argue.
You're a little sharper than me on this right now.
You wanted to cover because it bothered you.
My thing is, I'm going to give away the prize until it goes wrong.
And I don't think that it's right of him to tell you guys then that you can't do it on Fridays. It's not that I don't care if they're here and something happens on a Friday. Aaron thinks that he now can't perform and have fun with people if they're here and I'm here, which is absolutely stupid and crazy. But because I told you today, I'm trusting you. I'm on your team. And I want this thing to be successful. If that's going to help us be successful, I love it.
It makes me feel better that I'm giving people gifts. But here's the thing. Were we ever really friends?
I guess not.
Guys, thank you very much. It was a very fun show. It was a fun show, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. I mean, in a weird way. Right?
I love you guys.
What does that mean?
Well, don't make me out to be a bad person like these people can't be here because I'm here.
No, they
That's
don't think
true.
they don't think that you don't like them.
I love them.
You want to make this a thing?
I'm making it a thing.
You making this weird, bro?
Yeah.
Everyone agrees with you.
The thing is that
everyone agrees with you.
Me. I think that if there was a way if there's a better way to compensate you guys, I don't care. Send them all the merch there is.
Can we
send them all the merch?
Listen.
Send them all the merch.
Listen. Corey's calling. But before Corey calls, I need to ask you. Can you make a We Were Never Friends shirt and hoodie tonight?
Yeah.
Sweet. Corey, what's up?
April, why are you getting mad? You're dating a flip-flopper. Flip-Flopadelphia! Goodbye! Good night! Thanks for tipping! End the stream, Aaron. You're too drunk to be doing this.
All right.
Good night! Thanks for watching!
April, say good night.
Night.
Goodbye, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock.